Now, everybody can hear me?
Hello. Hello,
Hi,
hello.
everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah. Oh wait, the music's not on.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
It's Cindy's fault. Uh what's the word? She distracted me. Boom.
I can hear myself.
That's because you have YouTube volume up, Cindy.
Okay. So I could just mute it.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I thought it was your fault.
It's your fault all the time. Oh wait, what you mean?
She said, Chat said she took her sleepy edible. Okay.
Ho ho.
Yes, girl. Go
Ah.
chill and go to sleep if you need to.
Ah, so that means you didn't see the post that I put up, huh? Ah, get caught. Okay, I see how it. I see how it.
We're here to chill tonight. We're here to have some laughs and some fun and just chill. It's been a week. I know some people have gotten surprises. We got more to come. I know some people are like anxious. And I'm going to give it a little while, let some people come in, and then we're going to do this little exercise to kind of help everybody chill out, to help everybody calm down.
Mm. And I have Starbucks. I'm
Yeah.
happy. I'm happy.
You're happy with your Starbucks?
It's a mocha caramel lies. It's a mocha cookie crumble.
Mm. So, can you hear them? Can you guys hear the music? Because I don't hear any music.
You never hear the music.
Oh, I'm never going to hear the music?
No, I don't know why you never hear it.
No, I don't. I'm not hearing it. Yeah, Amy, she's going to be like, "Ooh."
Watch.
That's okay.
Try raising your YouTube audio.
Okay, hold on. Oh, yeah, now I hear.
But you're gonna hear yourself double though.
But I'm going to hear myself.
So I suggest you don't.
Yeah. I don't get to hear the music.
If it makes you feel better, I hear it double loud than everybody else, so it feels like I'm like raging in my head. I can't hear myself think.
Amy says I had some coffee half hour ago. Gotta have. Oh yeah. No, I'm still drinking my coffee. And the thing is I made it really strong because a headache's kind of started wanting to come around. So I was like, But now I have to potty every 5 minutes.
Oh boy.
That says I only take a little bit to sleep, not to get goofy. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I've got people using lemon balm over here because, that's not readily available in every state. So I've got a lot of people using lemon balm to rewire their central nervous system and be able to get on a good sleep cycle. But it really, we've got so many things going on that a lot of people probably aren't sleeping right now, myself included.
Wait, lemon
So
balm
hi.
is like actual lemon, right?
No, it's a mint. It's in the mint family.
Oh.
So, but it tastes like lemon, a little bit like lemon.
Is
It's
it
got like a lemon
actually
flavor.
called lemon
It's
balm?
it's called lemon balm.
Oh,
You didn't see my short about it?
no, I
I
thought you
talked
meant
about-
that it was like lemon balm as in like you're gonna put something on you, not like
No.
the name.
No.
Lemon balm.
Yeah, it's an herb I use to calm people's nerves and to get them on a good sleep cycle. It's an herb that I use like as an entry herb, but it's a really, really good herb. Just because we've been through so much in the last 2 years, and then before then we were just going, bustling, hustle, bustle,
Mhm.
just to sort of start healing people's central nervous system,
Yeah.
I find that it's a good entry herb, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Amy says, oh my gosh, waking up 2 to 3 a.m. Yeah, every night.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not even if I go to sleep at 9 or 10 or 11 or whatever, like at a good time, I wake up 2, 3 hours later. And then I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm not sleeping.
Yeah.
And I don't even go back to sleep. Like, it's just really, right now, the energy is so amped up that I just kind of I need everybody to calm down because I can feel everybody. I can feel everybody.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, every time I call David, he's like, I didn't do it.
It wasn't me.
So I know some people aren't talking, but they're probably here. So I just want to introduce myself. My name is Cindy. My channel is Simply Cindy. I haven't been on in a long time. I used to do a lot of tarot. I am a medium, but that's not all I am. I do hypnotherapy. I do past life, life between life, quantum healing, do all kinds of hypnosis, regular hypnosis. But just kind of wanted to say that in the beginning. This is just us gathering to have some relaxation, to sort of have some fellowship. I think it was Amy that said fellowship. Have some fellowship or have some gathering and just sort of grow together, you know. Just, I know that was like the theme when we first started COVID, was like, you're not in this alone, or we're in this together. Is that what the saying was? We're in this together. But of course, people kind of backed out of that. But we all are all in this together. So I just want to let people know that we're here, that there are like-minded people here, and that we've all, I think, proven that we can do this alone. But we don't have to. We don't have to do this alone. So we're just building this community back up. Yeah, so that's where we're at. There are a couple of things that I'm gonna just kind of throw out there throughout this stream. I am still in Texas. I'm on my way trying to get back over that way, but it's really hard to get back over there because it's so expensive over there, but I'm gonna do it. But California, I talked about this last week. California, Oregon, Washington, all that area is calling me back. So my daughter's over there in Oregon with my grandbaby. So yeah, I'm headed that way when I can get there. The other place that's been calling to me for the last 2 years is Spain. So, but there's no reason, like I said, I can't do both. You know, we can do anything we want. Actually, we can do anything that we are. So I am working on being that, right? Not before I see you again. I know Priscilla. Oh, Priscilla, hi. Yeah, you know what, Priscilla? I was just thinking about you today because I was like, I really do need to call her and let her know that I'm going to be heading back that way. Yeah. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. I'm glad that YouTube is notifying people. I didn't think YouTube was going to be notifying anybody. That's kind of why we took so long to even start. But Melissa says, yes, we're trying to get back to San Diego too. Yeah. So I may not be heading back to San Diego. I know I'm going to that way. That's what I know. I know California, Oregon, Washington. Probably Oregon, California. But kind of the Northern California is what's calling me. But I don't know. Maybe San Diego will call me too. You know, I'm kind of feeling up north more. It's really weird. It's really weird how I get called. Like I just get this, like I gotta get there. I gotta go. I gotta get there. That's probably the Sagittarius side of me. Where I gotta get there. So we're working on that. And that's kind of why I started making time to do my YouTube again, because I've kind of wanted to get out there again. Yeah. So, how's everybody doing? I'm kind of waiting till we get a little bit more people because I want to sort of do this rewiring for everybody so we can all kind of be in the same space. Stop in New Mexico if you get a chance. I'll host you on your travel through. Oh, perfect, Wendy. I would love to. Thank you for that offer. Yes, I would love that. And I will stop in New Mexico. I always do stop in New Mexico, actually. That's where I stop. I'll stop in New Mexico, and then sometimes when I want to go north, I'll go to, like, leave New Mexico, go to Arizona, and then head up to Sedona. So, thank you. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I will contact you. Yeah. Well, that's awesome of you to even give me that opportunity. So thank you. Or be so kind enough to do that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. So how's everybody doing? How's everybody's week? Let me know how you guys are doing.
Oh, Lou, what's the
Yeah.
next full moon?
So we have the next full moon in Pisces, which is a really, really good full moon, David. And the rest of you guys. And I didn't put it on my shorts. Like I'm only like putting 6 signs of the full moon and kind of what's coming your way for the full moon in the shorts, in my short videos. Busy, crazy busy. Yeah. But the full moon is in Pisces. I was going to talk a little bit about that tonight because we have like different aspects with the full moon. And Pisces, and it's not a full moon, it's a new moon, sorry. Pisces with the new moon means manifestation. So especially Pisces, because Pisces can materialize out of nothing, right? Like they can bring something in from nothing. So that's the kind of energy that we're going to be in on the 19th. That's in 2 days. But we have other aspects going on, which is going to make it crazy manifestation for some people. So I kind of want to let everybody know about that. So we know the difference between full moons and new moons, right? So full moons are about like letting go and releasing and what no longer serves you so that you have room to bring in what the new moon wants to bring in your new manifestations, to bring in your new way, right? So we're about to head to that on the 19th. Sedona, I've never been. I remember when you did a few lives while you were there. Yeah, a few years ago. Yeah, love Sedona. I do love Sedona. Amy, you gotta go, especially because you guys can go to the portals. I mean, like, I can't do that because, I'm allergic to the sun. But it's just going into Sedona, you can kind of feel the difference in energy. And you can feel like there's something there. What'd you say? What'd you say, David?
Drag your ass with the tent.
Right? If you're gonna hold it above me.
Oh Lord. Put you in that little like speeding little cart.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I'm waiting for somebody to invent something where I can go out in the sun. Either that or I need to get through that. I need to figure out. I've been trying to figure out why. Why am I doing that to myself? I lived there 2 years. It's beautiful. Oh, good. That's awesome, Alyssa. You lived there 2 years. Well, Amy, maybe we'll all take a trip up there. Like I told you guys, eventually we're all going to be gathering. I kind of think like that's where we're headed. It's no more of the just online thing. I mean, I know with this group, with our group, it wasn't ever just online. Like, I know a lot of people. But, yeah, I think it's going to be gathering too. Make Tat hold up the umbrella. Tat's chilling in the background. She's like, I'm not going to say much. I'm just chilling.
Party pooper.
Yeah, right. All right, so I guess there's enough time now. So let's go ahead and rewire that central nervous system. We've had a hectic week. We want to let stuff go. This sort of, this is just a little exercise. I'm sure you've seen it on YouTube. or TikTok or whatever social media. This is nothing new, but this is just a small exercise to sort of rewire and heal your central nervous system. You were in the potty. I'm gonna have to go soon too. So this will just sort of what I've found from a lot of people that I've worked with a lot of clients, with a lot of stuff. I see themes that happen, right? And the theme since COVID is our central nervous system. We have been in the fight or flight, and what's sad is that a lot of people were in the fight or flight before COVID. And with COVID, it just intensified it. And now that we're getting out of that and moving into, even though our brain is telling us we're not there anymore, our bodies and our central nervous system and our subconscious still feels like it needs to fight or flight or freeze, right? So what I'm trying to get people to be better at is there is a reason why you have the fight or flight or freeze. Is when there is danger, when there is stuff going on, you do need to have that. You do need to be able to run or fight or whatever. But you don't always have to be in that. And our bodies have been so used to being in that for a while that we don't know how to get back to the regular space, right? So I use this with my herbs. I use this with hypnosis. I use this with mediumship. I use this... just told my husband I'm living in survival. Yeah, exactly. And everybody is. And it's time to heal this. It's time to, like, even though our brains kind of know we're not there, our body does not. And this is why disease comes. This is why we're having all these issues. But not just that, you know, like what I've said about what the universe responds to. The universe doesn't give you what you want. The universe gives you what you are, right? And so if you're always in fight or flight, if you're always in survival, then that's what you're going to be bringing towards you. And so we sort of need to rewire ourselves, and I don't want to use the word reset, but rewire ourselves and heal ourselves to the point where we're living in our best selves, right? So that we can attract the best for us. Does that make sense? So just a little exercise. Everybody kind of sit. And I want you to sit up, and I want you to look to the right all the way with your, so you're going to turn your head, your neck to the right, and you're going to stay forward, but you're going to turn your neck, you're going to turn your face, your head to the right, and then you're going to turn it back to the middle, and then you're going to turn it to the left. We're going to hold it for a second. And then you're going to turn it back to the middle. And then I want you to clasp your hands together and put them in the back of your head, almost like you have wings on the side of your ears, right? So your elbows are wings. So you're going to have your hands clasped to the back of your head. And I want you to look, your face is looking straight, and I want you to move your eyes, not your face, just your eyes to the right. And I want you to stay looking to the right until you either sigh, an involuntary sigh, or a yawn. Like I just did. And when you yawn, then I want you to move to the left and do the same thing. And you stay looking to the left until you have the sigh or the involuntary yawn. Sometimes it takes 30 seconds, sometimes it takes a minute. Don't force it. When it's time, it'll come. It's just rewiring everything for you. And then when you have the yawn, then you can look straight, let go of your hands, and then I want you to turn again to the right. And you'll find that you can turn more, and then turn again to the left. And then that's it. You should feel a little better.
Oh damn, I was able to go more left.
Yeah, you should. You should be able to. And this is just sort of rewiring and healing that central nervous system. So during the week, anytime you guys feel like that, if you're feeling really tight, this helps prevent migraines and headaches, and it helps with the anxiety. And again, it's not a cure-all, one and done kind of thing, but it's sort of rewiring your central nervous system in your brain to know, okay, I'm going to be in this calm state, and then if something happens, if need be, then I move into that, fight, flight, or freeze, right?
Mm-hmm.
Twice as far. You were able to move twice as far? Yeah. Amy says, holy shizball.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, Amy.
Mm-hmm.
I love all of y'all. Yeah, that was nice, wasn't it? It feels really good, and especially like I told you, it was almost like a migraine wanted to start earlier, and I was like, no, everybody needs to calm down. I'm feeling everybody. Like, so I'll do that periodically. I'll do that one. I have other ones too. I totally felt that tension release. Yeah. But again, this isn't a one and fix thing. It's not going to fix everything, but it's the beginning to start healing. And that's what we're going to be doing together. It's like all the stuff that I can help you guys understand and learn and have some practice in. You never yonder side. Well, you're a little bit medicated, I guess. You're on something already.
You on things.
Maybe your central nervous system already calmed down.
Also, Tat be lying down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Priscilla, were you able to do it? Did it feel good? So everyone, Priscilla is here in Texas. She's somebody that I met here. So you guys can say hi to her. Priscilla, Amy's been with me for a long time. Wendy's been with me for a long time. Melissa, they've all been with me for a long time.
No.
So you guys get to know each other. Everybody's here to help each other out. I've been having breathing problems. Oh, you have? Tat, did you feel more able to turn? So are you having breathing problems like shortness of breath or... Oh, good, Priscilla.
Hello, Priscilla. Wait, me laughing? Why? What did I say? What did I do? What did I do, Sundalu?
David, I can't keep up with the intense breathing problems. So are we having panic attacks? Or are we shortness of breath? Can you describe it to me? Shortness of breath. Is it when sitting down or is it when walking? Or any exercise when you're picking something up? Or is it just... Did you have your doctor check that?
The doctor.
I know I'm throwing all these questions at you. I'm sorry. No panic attack. Okay. So could you just be sitting at rest and then you have the shortness of breath, or do you have to be walking or moving?
Good.
And again, I'm not a medical physician, but
She's just being nosy.
yeah, I'm being nosy. So I'm asking you these questions as a friend. When I exercise, for sure, but sometimes when I'm just sitting like now, okay. And all of a sudden you have to like catch your breath, or...
Oh, sometimes. I read so many times. I'm like, huh?
And my last question would be, when you take your edible, does it make you feel better with the breathing? Does it improve it? Does it not do anything with it? Or does it make it worse? Yeah, that was a typo. Yeah, good question, Amy. Have you been worried about a lot? Listen, I think we all have. It doesn't do anything, and the edible was just the teensiest bit. Oh, okay. But it doesn't do anything, so it does nothing. Well, it could be that you need more. I'm just kidding. Did you talk to a doctor about this? Or is it just something you're trying to deal with? Because I know that some people, it's not easy to just go to the doctor. It's just not. And almost like your body builds a tightness in your chest. Yeah. And here's the thing. I mean, the reason I started really incorporating herbs into my practice more is because, I mean, I was in the medical field. I was in research. I was, for 20 years. So I already know what y'all are all coming to find out, which is why I left a long time ago. There's a place for Western medicine. I mean, Western medicine is awesome at if you have an emergency, if you need to be bandaged, if you need to get out of critical care, right? But it is not good for chronic or healing or trying to actually resolve a problem, right? And I think this is where Eastern medicine works, and I think this is where herbs work. I'm just trying to deal with it. I've been using ginger and garlic and thyme and Muslim. Yeah, I'm just wondering if, are you talking about mullein? Yeah, okay, good, because that was going to be my other suggestion. Yeah, I was about to say tat. Yeah, so have those helped? Because again, it could be the central nervous system. That's what I'm finding a lot is people's central nervous system. It's like, and it needs to be rewired. You need to get out of the state of fight or flight. You need to get out of that state and into. I know what I'm saying is like sounds simple, but it's not easy at all. Like our bodies are so used to being in that state, and for a long time we've had a lot of trauma. And people have had trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma, and then they get to rest. And then here comes more trauma and trauma and trauma, right? And so it's not an easy fix. It's not. But it can be done. Yeah, you can't tell if it's helping. So I know this about mullein is that it helps right away. So if it's not helping much, then that may not be. And again, I'm telling you as a friend. That may not be the issue. The issue may be your nervous system. It's not working with them.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Have you tried lemon balm? Because obviously you know herbs, so it's okay. It's okay, Amy. I do it too.
I don't
have
know,
you tried lemon
Amy.
balm? I mean, it's either lemon balm or lavender, but some people do better with lemon balm, and some people do better with lavender. So it kind of depends on your body type. Oh, I've just been okay. Yeah. Well, continue to stay on the garlic, and because that stuff can't hurt you. Garlic, thyme, all of that cannot hurt you. Yeah, try lemon balm. And I'm gonna say it this way, Tat. Can you tell me how tall you are? And then I'll say what I was gonna say. I find that if you want to, for people that need to sort of reset their nervous system, this is what I found in my dealing with people, dealing with friends. We'll say friends, right? Okay, 5 8. What I found is that people do better if they're using something for their nerves, for anxiety. During the day, I find that they do better with lavender, and for sleep at night, or if it's really, really bad, then lemon balm. So, yeah, it's, yeah, please, Amy. I think everybody should be on lemon balm, but that's because I think everybody's central nervous system is whacked out right now. So, all right, Tat, you're 5'8". So I'm going to say, if I was 5'8", this is how I'm going to say this. If I was 5'8", then I would take 3 droppers of lemon balm, and then in 30 minutes, if it hasn't done anything, I would take 2 more. But if it has done something, but it still hasn't taken the edge off, and I kind of feel like it's kind of working, but it's not kind of working, like I feel like I could go more, then I would take a 4th dropper, right? So either 3 and then wait, and then you don't need any more for maybe another 4-6 hours, and then, or I take 3 and I'm feeling this kind of like, I kind of feel a little better, but I could use a little bit more, then I would take another one. Or if I take 3 and then I would be like, this didn't really do much, then I would take 2 more 30 minutes later. Okay? That's how I'll say that. And yes, lemon, and that's the other thing too, is like when I get over there, I don't want to be shipping stuff all the time, because I trust my herbs, because I've sourced them out from the right people, and then I source my plants out from the right people, and then I've done, I've extracted the properties from the herb with my education and my experience and my energy, and so I trust my herbs. And not just that, I've seen what they've done for a lot of people here. I've seen what they've done. Like a lot of people.
The lavender works wonders to calm your ass down.
It's not just that. Like there's stuff I can't say on here of what I'm helping with. But the something that's really big that people are scared of. They take my formula and it's done in 3 days. Like I've had people test negative 3 days later. So yeah, I hope that helps. But again, you know how things are, and they don't really want. Hypothetically, how much lemon balm would you use for a 4-year-old with insomnia? So you want to use, hypothetically, what you want to use is half of the child's weight of the 4-year-old as a drop, right? So I would start with, hypothetically, lemon balm is so good for children. It's so good for children. That's why I love lemon balm, because she's a beauty. She's very calming, and she's very healing, and she's very she just loves you, and she's very gentle with children. So I would start with, hypothetically, if it was my 4-year-old, I would start with 2 drops, not droppers, but 2 drops. And then at the most I would do 5 drops, but I would start with 2 in 30 minutes. If you see that there's no change, maybe add another, but that's all if I had my 4-year-old, right?
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
yeah, what I was saying before is that's why when I get over that way, when I see people That's why I want to introduce the herb then, because I don't like to ship all that stuff. I don't want, I don't like to mess with all that stuff. So, but when you're there with me and you're in, and we're doing whatever we're doing, whether it's mediumship or hypnosis or whatever, then I can kind of in the consult kind of see where you're at and what you need. And spirit talks to me, and your higher self talks to me, and they've even said it in hypnosis. Oh, give them this much of this, give them this much of this, or try this herb with them, and that's your higher self talking when I put you under. So it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, that's why I brought that first one out on the short, because Lemon Balm is such a good. I mean, it's such a beautiful. She's a beauty. She just loves us, and she wants to help us, and she wants us to feel better. She's very gentle with children. Very gentle. She's very gentle with us too. So, yeah, I hope that helps you guys. As a friend. I'm doing it as a friend. Okay. Yes, Melissa Fissionalis. If that's not a good sign for you, totally, right? Totally. And there's so many others. But she's a really good friend to get to know. She really is. She's that friend you always wish you had that was very understanding.
The one that gives you cookies.
Oh. The one that doesn't judge you, Of course you need friends to judge you. You need them to judge you. They need to be telling you when you're acting up or when you're on the wrong, doing the wrong thing against, what you don't want to do and blah, blah, blah. I mean, friends are good like that. Cindy, I'll never forget hearing your higher self. I was wondering about that, Amy, the other day. For some reason that came up where I was thinking, like, did they ever hear my higher self?
Yeah. She sounded like a man.
Yeah, that's because it's not a she. My higher self is not a she. It's not a he or a she. It's a very, very, very extremely evolved being. Yeah, when did y'all hear?
Ooh, that was a long time ago.
It was on
It was on the Phasma box.
It was through that box, right?
Mm-hmm. It was a Phasma box, but I think it was just but yeah, it was Phasma box.
Yeah.
It was a Phasma box. That's what it was.
Yeah, my higher self is.
Everyone was like.
So here's. I do want to ask you guys a question. Would you guys like to hear like some of when people go under, like not the whole session, but some of the session, like 3 times very powerful? Yeah, it's not a she, but my higher self is very powerful. We were on the live stream investigation in Georgia. Yeah, that was crazy. That Georgia one. Yeah, because I was getting stuff that I was not supposed to know anything about, and they were bringing it to me. And I remember that guy, whoever the head guy that was the manager there that owned it or whatever, he wanted to contact me later because he was like, there was no way you could have known that stuff. Like, y'all didn't see that on camera, but he called me later, or we contacted each other later, because he was like, you were saying stuff that nobody knew about. Nobody knew the evidence of that stuff. So, yeah, it was when you all were investigating the house. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm thinking of putting, getting back to, now we're having 2 conversations. That's so Gemini of me.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the investigation and the hypnosis. Yeah, so I'm thinking of putting mine as well as others hypnosis sessions. You'll never know who they are. I'll never say names or anything, but just sort of because I always have recordings, and it's just amazing how these things turn out. So I thought, that would be kind of a good video to put out if people are interested. Remember those crazy screams that tried to come through SB and Cindy had to pull out their spirit? Yes. That's kind of what I remember the most, Amy. Isn't that funny? That's kind of what I remember the most is like me having to I don't know, my higher self came through and was like, I don't think so. And I kind of remember me coming in and them scattering, like the crazy screams, like they were scattering. They were running and they were afraid of me. I mean, not me, but my higher self, I guess. That's not something I do a lot, like those investigations. I think they're interesting, but that's not really something I do a lot. And I think I've told you guys, that's just kind of not my work. It's not like I can't do it, but that's not my work. It's like I've had people contact me to, come and do stuff like that, or I don't know, cleanse a house or cleanse a spirit or cleanse whatever. And then like as soon as I agree to it, it's done before I even get there. I don't even get to go there. It's done. Yes, it got intense. It was gone after that. Yeah. It's like that's what happens when they know I'm coming. And again, I'm not trying to hype myself up. It's not me. It's my higher self, because I've had it where I'll agree. I'll say, okay, I'll come. And like the next day that I'm coming, they're gone. They're gone. They don't have the problem. I don't have to go do it. Yeah. Yeah, it's too heavy and not fun. Yeah, it's just not my work. I learned, I chose a long time ago. I think it was in my early 30s, maybe late 20s, when I decided, because I used to be able to see all of that stuff, and I decided I didn't want to see it. I don't want to see it. I didn't want to work with it. You have to do hypnosis in person, correct? We can not for quantum healing and for past life and quantum healing, I prefer to do it in person, Melissa. Her question was, you have to do hypnosis in person, correct? So for quantum healing and past life or present life or future life, life between lives, I prefer to do those in person just because I don't want to take anything away from you, and it's a better experience to do it that way. But for hypnosis, if you want me just to help you go under, to help you relax, to get some, like smoking cessation, weight loss, all of that stuff, that I can do online. But for that quantum healing, for that past life, future life, between life kind of thing, yeah, I really want to see you in person. Plus, I want to see you in person. I want to meet you. Like, I really want to see you in person. I want to know your energy and for you to know mine. And it's really important that, I know a lot of you guys trust me, but it's really important that you sense that too, and I want you to be really relaxed and really feel safe and really know that you are going to get healing. You are going to move forward. You are going to get the answers that you have for a long time wanted, right? So I think it's a great experience. David, I didn't ask you last time, David, but maybe you can talk while I go potty for a minute.
Oh.
I'm sorry, guys. I had to make strong coffee, and I keep having to potty. But David went under. Of course, I put him under because he's David, and I got to put him under. So I put David under, and maybe he can talk about where he went and what happened with him. If that's okay with you, David, I don't want to interfere or intrude. But
I talk a
if you
bit.
feel like you can,
I talk a bit.
Yeah, it's such a better experience to do anything in person. It is, Wendy. It really is. But, I understand I can't get to everybody around the world, And if that's the only way we can do it, then that's the only way we can do it. I'd rather you do it. I'd rather you do it that way than not do it ever at all, right? But for the most part, I would like to meet you in person. So, all right, I'm gonna let David tell you some of his experience when I put him under, and then I'll be back in a minute.
She's leaving me alone with everybody. Okay. Yes. So before I get in trouble, yeah, we'll talk about that before I get in trouble. So, so it's pretty cool. So basically, you get comfy. You get to you can either lay down or sit up, however you want to chill, which is pretty good. And then she'll obviously there's always recording, so you're always aware. You could always watch it later, what's happening. But once I got under, so the funny thing is that my ego was fighting me for a second, and it was getting harder for me to go under at first. And that's when I realized how much my ego was getting in my way. Until we finally worked through that, and then I started calming down. Not because of the stress, but more like me kind of being in the mindset of okay, I just see black. I don't see anything. It was more like the expectations. I kept putting more expectations on it from the rational mind, right? So once you actually calm your mind, you kind of work with it. That's when I opened up and took a deep breath. And that's when it's more of a feeling that comes in at first. So you feel more calm. You'll start feeling around you. Not like in a, what's the word? Not like in a very way where it's too much for you to handle. It's not like you're feeling the wind all over in a bad way or anything, but it's more like you feel more tranquil. You start feeling kind of the energy kind of flowing through, and then you'll start thinking and you'll start seeing once you really relax. So I went to a couple of I remember seeing a couple of places where I used to live in past lives, and I think one might even be a future life. But I found out why I didn't like certain things, or how I would actually see it play out. That's what my biggest fear is, that I don't allow myself. Yeah, sometimes it takes more than once, but eventually it's more let your ego just roll with it and get out of your system. Because once your ego puts every restriction or every expectation in your head, it runs out of expectation or restrictions to give you, and then that's when you start to calm down. So it may take once or twice. I think it took twice for me because I had that. But once somebody kind of knows your language of how your ego talks, then you start to relax more with that. So I got to see some of the things, I said, why I don't like certain things, more of how to work with it. I was also speaking of questions of, because you also get to ask your own questions okay, I want to ask my higher self, why can't I do this, or why can't I do that? So it's not you're just seeing pictures or movies in your head. You could actually hear it. So I'll say this, when you're there, you're still fully in control of everything that you're doing physically. So it's not I passed out and lost consciousness and it was I was sleeping and the next thing you know I'm awake, what happened? No, not at all. So it's more you're kind of put in the background. Yeah, right? Drink coffee. But it's more you're kind of put in the background, but you're still fully aware. So if I want to move my arm, I can if I want to. It's just that you're so relaxed that it just flows naturally. So I want to say that. But you are full in control at all times. So where was I? Oh yeah. So when you as far as for me, one experience I had was before I would dislike planes completely. Not because the hype, but it was more the speed of it, and I didn't know why. So that's one of the things I asked myself, or my higher self, how come I don't like such high speeds? and I saw it very clearly. It was almost something like Earth-like, and I was like flying something, and I crash landed, and I remember seeing it. Like I didn't feel the fear, like as I was like reliving it. It was more like you're almost like outside of myself, and I was kind of watching that part of me like do it. But I was still calm at all times. But I saw that, and I was like, oh, it like crash landed it somewhere. And I could see like why I don't like those speeds. And then that's when we started working with that, and then I got out of it. And now, if I'm in a situation where like I'm like somehow I'm at a higher speed because, let's say, a roller coaster, or like I don't know, I'm in an Uber driver, and for some reason the Uber driver decides to like haul ass. It doesn't like affect me so much anymore. I'm like, okay, like it's more calming to me, or even me thinking about going like on a plane or something just calms me down. So that's basically the experience there. That is all that I share for today.
Thank you, David, for sharing that. Yeah, he said a couple. I was listening to you. He said a couple of things. So I don't put you. I wouldn't put somebody under where they completely not remember unless we agreed to that. But I don't usually do that in a session. I've done that with like dental patients or patients that are undergoing something, right? They're patients, not my patients. They're not a patient of mine. But, you know, they work with me. So the hypnosis that we do, you'll always be aware. Now, some people will not remember everything, and that's why I record it. That's one of the reasons. I record it because you'll hear it back and you'll be like, oh, I forgot about that part. Or, oh, I didn't realize I said that. You know, or my higher self had said that. So you're never out of control, but you will get really, really relaxed. And like he said, you could still move your limbs and even open your eyes if you want, but a lot of people are so relaxed that they just don't feel, they feel really safe. And again, you're fully aware unless you choose to, like, you know, kind of let kind of things go, and that's okay too, because again, it's recorded. But it's, when you come for a session with me, one of the things we'll talk about is the fact that I need you to listen to it again and again and again, right? Because you're going to get some stuff that you're maybe forgotten, and it'll come back up. And then a lot of times people ask for predictions too, you know. So it's whatever questions you have, and we'll go over those. But a lot of people ask, you know, for predictions. What's in 6 months, or what is happening with this, and they'll give you, your higher self will give you the answer. And like I think Amy brought up another good point. She said, I don't know if I'll let myself. That's my biggest fear. That's when I came in, so I don't know what was said before, but you said that's my biggest fear is that I won't allow myself. And this is where someone like me who does these, who's experiencing this, I know how to talk to your subconscious. I know how to talk to your conscious, your ego. And so your ego will try to get in the way sometimes. So there's things that I can, that as a practitioner I can help with, you know, like I think I told y'all last time, you know, your subconscious will say, well, I don't know that. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of think you do. You know, I mean, I won't say it like that. And every ego consciousness is different. And so this is where spirit comes in for me, where I'll sort of say, how do we want to do this? How do we want to, like, because what I want your conscious to know is that we're not trying to take over. We're not going to do away with you. We just want you to help incorporate and work with us, right? Instead of working against us. And we want for the good of you, which is what your conscious always wants. Your conscious is always trying to protect you. So as soon as I have your conscious understand that we are trying to protect you, we are trying to get you to a better place, we are trying to get you to feel better and be better. Um, and that's different for everybody's conscious, right? That's different for everybody's ego. But as long as I have a really good way of speaking with people, and so I have a really good way of speaking with consciousness, with egos, um, which kind of, I just got that. That's weird that I just got that. That
Mm-hmm.
I am really good at neutralizing a situation and helping your conscious feel better and work with us. And so there's
That's
different things and different ways that I can talk to your conscious.
that's what I told them, because I told them that when I read what Amy was saying, I told them
Uh-huh.
it could either be like, yeah, you get it once, or maybe it does take like 2 times. But I basically told them, like with me, yeah, at first my ego was like fighting back in a sense, and I was just like the more rational part of the brain comes out, where it's more like, oh, I just see black, I don't see anything. But I told
Right.
them that you could basically talk to them where
Right.
your ego gives all the excuses, it says like all the expectations, everything, it says it all, like until it runs out,
Right.
and then that's when like it calms down.
Right. It will. It'll work with us. It will. Sometimes it'll take longer to work with us, but it will work with us. Um, and your subconscious is so your conscious, you probably feel like your conscious or your ego is more at in charge, and that's what it feels, that's what it's supposed to feel, but it's not. Your subconscious is, and your higher self is, and your ancestors and spirit on the other side, right? Like there's bigger things at play here. There's bigger beings at play than just your ego. But we don't want to work against your ego. We want to work with your ego, right? When I get Reiki, I think I'm awake, but I'm actually asleep and snoring. Yeah, exactly. And that's like your conscious, your subconscious. Reiki's a great thing too. I mean, there's so many tools. There's so many tools. There's so many things that we can do to help all of us. All of us. And so that's kind of why I'm back on here trying to talk to everybody, to get everybody together. Because, again, like I said, I can't teach y'all anything y'all don't already know. I mean, there's so much. And if you don't know, there's so much information out there. There's so much stuff on the internet, and it's good. It's not bad stuff. Of course there's bad stuff, but there's good stuff too. There's really good people out here. There's really good stuff going on. So there's really nothing that I can teach you. All I can do is give it to you through my perception, through my understanding, and the way that I interpret it, and the way that I see it, and the way that I can translate it, which I've always said I'm the translator, right? The way that I can translate it, I'm hoping that, somebody already understood this, but maybe they're seeing it in a different light, or they're seeing it in a different way, or something clicks and says, oh, wow, I never saw that. Like, now I see that. Now I understand that. I thought I understood it, but now I kind of see it a different way. Yeah, YouTube University is great. It is great. And for a while, that's why I didn't try to get back on YouTube, because I'm like, there's so much information and they're so good. Like, what am I doing here, right? But that's my own insecurities, my own, like, if I don't really have anything to contribute, why, why am I putting all this effort into, because you guys got to remember too, I used to do, I don't know, like what, 15, 20 videos a week. Like, that's a lot of 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, so I'm putting all this effort in, and I don't have time for it, and it just got to be like, okay, is this where my energy is best spent, and for the time, it wasn't. For the time, I needed to meet people, in person, and handle my practice in a different way. And now I understand, because now I've incorporated more tools, which is my herbs, or which is herbs, and the knowledge of that. So, and hypnosis, and mediumship's always going to be there. That's my thing. I am a medium. So, that reminds me, I was just thinking about this the other day. Like, I wonder if if y'all would be interested in like doing a small class where I taught you how to make, how to put herbs together, you know, like just a small class, if y'all would be interested in that, you know, make it private. And then we could do it together, and I could show you how to make a tincture, basically, right? I feel like there's so much to unpack in my mind. I need all the modalities. Yeah, and that's the reason, Melissa, that's why I've learned so many modalities, because what speaks to one person doesn't necessarily speak to the other, because everybody has their own language. And sometimes we need a combination of, you know, sometimes we just need mediumship, right? And then that gets us through, and we're like, oh, okay, I've got some closing, I've got some healing, and I'm moving forward. But sometimes people need mediumship and hypnosis. Sometimes people need, you know, astrology and mediumship. Sometimes people need Reiki and healing touch and, you know, other things. So y'all are saying that would be wonderful. So great. I thought you fell asleep.
Oh, I'm like,
Yeah.
she passed out.
Yeah, if you guys would be interested in that, I'm willing to do a class about that and show you how to do your own tinctures, and maybe we'll start with lemon balm, you know, or maybe we'll start with a couple of things. I think there's 3 things that that everybody should definitely have. So, you know, and Tat said, "No, I'm just listening."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's something that I'm willing to do. Yeah, I think so. The other thing I was thinking of doing is I am gonna do mediumship on, you know, here sometimes. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to do that, but I'm thinking of like doing private groups of mediumship where we can just do it online and just have you come into a group. Where it's not on YouTube, it's just private. So either through Zoom or through Discord or something where we're just a private group, and then I can do mediumship through there, like make it a smaller group, right? Because I'm going to do mediumship here on lives, but when I do that, it can get crazy. You know, we can have hundreds and hundreds of people in here, and so just to make it a smaller group, you know, it's going to be a small fee. Like, this is just a small thing. Yeah, I think that would be better too. And I'm thinking about doing that for tarot too, because I won't do tarot, if at all. I'll do a little bit on lives, but I'm not going to do tarot like videos.
If Amy behaves, maybe.
Yeah, like a Zoom Tat. Yeah, Zoom or Discord or whatever's easier for people. So if Zoom's easiest for people, then we'll do Zoom. Discord, you know, we'll do Discord. Whatever medium would work. But yeah, like a Zoom, just a small Zoom group where I can do mediumship for people. Because what happens is, I think I've told y'all that with mediumship, is the group will come in and think that they don't know each other, or they're not even around each other, or they're going through all different things. But for some reason, and I've seen this happen over and over again, when it's a group, it's like you're all needing the same groups of messages. It's not like one message. It's like you're all needing the same area of healing or type of healing, I guess.
You do not. Amy.
Are you doing mediumship for private sessions? Yes. Yes. So, Wendy, I am doing mediumship for private sessions. That you can find on my website at simplycindy.com.
Yes, everybody, remember to read the disclaimer on the homepage.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing I need to say, because I guess there's a big problem with this, but I mean, I've had a problem in the past with it, but David was reminding me, like, yes. I will never contact you for a reading. I'll never contact you to do tarot. I'll never contact you to do it. And if I am going to, like, if I say, hey, I'm going to do it for people that if you've seen me for a long time, I'm gonna email you. Then I'll let you know. But otherwise, do not give
Okay.
anybody any money or book anything
Yeah.
with
So
unless you go to my actual website and do my actual links. Like, go ahead, David.
yeah. All right. I'll be real with you people right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Tat.
So lately, from what I saw, as I'm more in charge of Instagram and stuff now, right? So as I've been posting on Instagram, I've been posting more and basically any messages or whatever I tell Cindy of what's going on. I noticed that there were some people who were pretending to be Cindy and they were using some very similar handles and they were going into people's messages and they were saying some really cringy stuff like, "Oh, hey, beautiful soul, it looks like you need a reading," and then they give like a Cash App link or whatever, and then they'll always talk about some like curse thing or like, "Oh, pay a fee to like get rid of like bad vibes," and I'm like, "What the heck?" And
Yeah,
people were letting me know that, and I was like, I'm like, Zinni's too
that's
much of a
not
loner,
me.
and also she. Yeah, she's like, that ain't her at all. And I'm like, I told Cindy, I'm like, hey, look. And what's weird, and like, I'm like, what the hell is that? Whoever this person was doing with the Cash App scam thing, it would say the person's name as like Tony something, um,
And
and
people still sent them.
and people will still send him money.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, I'm an employee or I'm the assistant for Cindy. And I'm
No,
like,
the only one that's ever been with me and is ever going to be with me is probably David.
and you know
If we get
damn
somebody
well, and
new,
even then,
if we get someone new, we'll let you know. But yeah, it's pretty much just
yeah,
David.
nah. And listen, I run a tight ship when it comes to these things, and you damn well know that I ain't gonna be messaging anybody like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Especially
yeah. That's
about
funny.
money. Hell no.
Yeah.
Never ever trust anybody with money when it comes to that or Cash App links. Nothing. Only
Yeah,
follow
don't do that.
the official channels. And be very
Yeah.
careful because sometimes they'll try to trick you with like very similar spelling and it looks like them. Because
Here's
They
the
did,
thing.
like, 3
Just
times.
go to. That's why I have a website. Just go to my website.
yes,
Go
only
to
the
my
website
website.
stuff. And
Just
remember
if
to
it's
read the disclaimer because again,
Yeah.
type ship. So just be,
Yeah.
I must emphasize this. Just because you donate does not mean you're gonna get a reading or anything. That's just a contribution. If you want to, you do not need to. But just remember,
You're right.
anyone tries to message you pretending to be Cindy or even me, anybody, do not answer anything because that is 100% always fake and a lie, especially about curses and shit. Because I'm like, what the hell? It just gets me angry because I'm like,
Yeah.
curses? The fuck?
Yeah. Exactly.
Like, what the heck?
Yeah, I would never do that. I'll never like contact you guys. In fact, I had somebody try to do that on. I think I had somebody try to do that on TikTok. TikTok. Because I don't have anything on TikTok. I'm just a viewer on there, and I had somebody contact me saying, "I think that you need a reading. I think that you." I can't even remember how they said it. And I said, "Oh, really? You really think so?" So I sent them back a message and I said, "You better be really, really careful about what you're doing and who you're doing this to, because you're messing with some people that you don't really need to be messing with, and you're messing with some energies that you don't need to be messing with." And they blocked me.
Mm.
So that's the last time that I had that happen. I only had it happen once.
I would
Yeah,
just
I
say,
did too. I had the one time that somebody said that, and
I,
then I put out that vibe that was like, mm-mm, absolutely not. And if anything comes my way, it's gonna hit them 10 times, tenfold. It's a big problem with all you and Insta proprietors. Yeah,
oh, like YouTube?
yeah, maybe all you YouTube and Insta. Yeah, that's why David was telling me like we gotta say this. We got to make sure and tell everybody. You guys have been with me long enough that you kind of know. Just go to my website, simplycindy.com. Simply Cindy. And then I have the link on my channel here on the banner. And then I have, where else do I have it, David? I don't have it anywhere else.
No, it's just.
So here's the thing from my perspective. And you guys that have been here with me for a long time, you know. A long time ago, in my 20s, I said tip spirit. I don't know what you want me to do with this gift. I have this is when I was frustrated and didn't know, right? And I said a long time ago, because this is when I was seeing all the bad stuff. This is when I was like really defining myself as a medium, right? I knew I had this. I've always had it. I've had people come to me for it. Whatever. I was trying to figure that out in my 20s. And I said a long time ago, I don't know what you want me to do with this. I have no idea what you want me to do with this. But obviously I have this for a reason. If you want me to help people, if this is my path to help translate, to help be a medium, and in some way help with that part of people, then you need to bring them to me. I'm not going to go searching. They need to you need to bring them to my doorstep. And I'm not kidding. They started showing up at my doorstep. Like, I didn't know how people knew that I was doing what I was doing, but I was and I was in the medical field at this time later, and then I was in medical research and genomics medicine. We're talking about genetics, we don't do spirit and genetics, right? So they started showing up, and I was having doctors, and I was having triple physicians, and I was having They were all showing up. They were just showing up. They would find me, and that's because that was the energy that I put out. That was the deal that I had with my higher self, with spirit. It was like, you're going to have to bring them to me. I'm not going to anybody. I'm not going to intrude. I have this thing about intruding on people's belief systems. So you're going to have to bring them to me. And I still have that stance. Like, I'm not going to be searching. If somebody needs my help, if somebody wants my help, then I am here. I'm here. And I make myself available. And that means, like, this is why I only need 3 or 4 hours of sleep, because it could be somebody across the world that needs me at 3 o'clock in the morning that has, that was the only time that we were going to be able to meet up online, right? Or 12 o'clock at night, or whatever. Like, it's okay. It's part of my path. It's part of what I do. But that's why I made myself able to, like, if I need to, only sleep 3 hours a day, or 5 hours, or whatever. I hope that all makes sense to you guys. But I still have that stance. I'm not going to go searching for anyone. I'm letting, and the reason I'm okay with going on YouTube is because I'm just letting everybody know I am available. I'm available. Priscilla said, yes, I found you right when I needed you. Exactly, Priscilla. Exactly. And I found you. You found me, and I found you. She did find me exactly when we both need it. Like, you guys don't understand that every time I do this, it's not just you that's being healed. That energy's running through me too, because I'm part of it. And so I get healing too. It helps me too. It helps me know that I'm on my path. It helps me know that I'm contributing to humanity, which is part of my path, right? I'm not here to heal everybody, because I don't heal anybody. You guys heal yourselves. I just have some tools and some modalities and some talent and some gifts to be able to help that process along. Amy says, I knew when I found you that I'd be a lifer. Amy, yeah, you've been with me for a long time. A lot of you have for a long time. Like, I forget. Like, some people, I've seen them for about 10 years, some people, like, 5 years, 8 years. There's a lot of people that I've seen for a long time, and I love that, because to me you become family. And as the days and weeks and months go by, especially these couple of years, there's going to be more coming in. There's going to be more because they're evolved to that point, right? So let me talk a little bit about, we're going to be changing the subject here. So on February 19th, we have that new moon in Pisces, and Uranus, Jupiter, and Mars are going to be aspecting it. And so I don't have my chart out, but I wanted to kind of go over. You stuck with me. Now y'all here. Now y'all are. Yeah, I'm glad we're stuck with you. So I wanted, because we have Uranus, Jupiter aspecting the new moon in Pisces, right? And so Pisces loves manifesting. Pisces is really good at manifesting. I wanted to say, if you have anything in your, if you have any of these aspects, if you have Jupiter, Uranus, or the full moon hitting your first house, your second house, or your eighth house, you could have unexpected money coming in. So if it's in, yeah, because Uranus, Uranus likes to shock and awe, and Jupiter likes to expand and likes to bring money. And so it can come through your first house, or it could come through your second house, which is money, which is your values, your valuables, right? And your eighth house, which is other people's money. So the eighth house could, mean, I don't know, if you've had, if you're dealing with the court system and you're expecting, some money or something to go your way, it could come through the eighth house. Or your husband or your spouse or your wife or whatever could have an unexpected bonus coming.
The wifey.
Right. So anywhere. So your first, your second, and your eighth house. Now, if it hits your 10th house, if it hits your 10th house, so if you have any of those aspects, if you have any of those, planets, Jupiter, Uranus, or the new moon, if any of those planets hit your 10th house, then you could be getting a raise or a bonus that's unexpected. Okay. And if it hits your 11th house, if you have any of those planets in your 11th house, I would go play the lottery or go play the casino. I would.
Casino?
I'm not telling you to go do it. I'm saying I would. If it was hitting my 11th house, I would go play the lottery or go to a casino.
I want to go to casino.
Just don't spend what you shouldn't spend, right?
Sure.
Because it has to do with your belief system. Now, because I'm saying all of that, I wanted to talk a little bit about manifesting, but I'll wait till you guys have to say what you have to say about these houses. If anybody's going to talk, I just want to give somebody a chance to say something if they need to.
You're going to have to give it a few seconds.
Yeah, I know.
Quick pick, baby.
Yes, quick pick. Exactly. If you've got any of those planets in your 11th house. But for sure in the first and the second and the 8th. That's unexpected. That's something you didn't see coming. That's a quick kind of, wow, what just happened to my life? Right? In a good way. In a good way. And I'm telling you, because it's Pisces, especially because it's Pisces and it's the new moon. So.
Oh, damn. You see what you start at?
And so if we're talking about manifesting and about manifesting in the new moon, and I've been trying to kind of give you guys clues as to, remember, the universe doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are, or who you are, right? So be that, right? And so because we've had all our lives told we can't, dim your light, don't do this, be this way, blah, 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 we have this. And I mean, there's just so much put on us. There's so much put on us that the way that our brains work and the way that our brains think. And because I can't see all of y'all in a hypnosis session, I'm gonna try to give you like the some switch words to use. Some well, I shouldn't use switch words because that's an actual modality, but some words that you can use that maybe when you're manifesting, um, or some a word that you can use or a phrase that you can use that maybe when you're manifesting, it'll help your brain and your subconscious look for what you want, right? So instead of how we always use the saying in affirmations, and we say I am wealthy, I am abundant, I am happy, I am calm, I am peaceful, I am, you know when you say those things, I've found for myself as well, if I say why am I so wealthy, why am I so abundant, why does everything always work out for me, why am I so happy, if I use the word why instead of I am, it's tricking my ego and my brain to like go look for that. Why am I so happy? Why am I so wealthy? Why am I so abundant? Why do things work out for me all the time? Why do I have the best friends ever? Why do I have so much support from the universe? Why? Why? Start saying that. Yeah, start using the why for understanding and because then your brain and your higher self and your subconscious and your conscious will start looking for that and being that, right? Because that's the ultimate goal, is our belief system is included in there. And we don't even know if our belief system is our own, right? Like, that's the journey that we're taking right now. What do we believe and why do we believe it? Do we believe it because that's what they told us? Do we believe it because that's kind of what we saw every once in a while? Do we believe it or do we actually believe it because we've had that in a past life? And so we came to believe that, but maybe that's not true now. Like, what is it now? I am here now. I am in this incarnation now, and I want to know what I believe now. So try using the why instead of the I am and see if that helps in your manifestations. Does all that make sense? And
I like
hope that helps you out. Yeah, I've found that it's better for my soul, for me, when I'm like, why do I have beautiful people around me? Why do things always work out in my way? Why? I keep asking, and I use those as affirmations instead of the I am. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about it. From the time we're born, we're set up to forget who we are. We're set up to forget who we are. We come in with no memory. Well, us. The newer babies and the newer generation, they're coming in with some memory. Finally, thank God, right? But we're set up to not remember who we really are. And like y'all said, like y'all have actually heard my higher self. That is a huge, huge being. Huge, evolved, old, ancient being, right? I'm not the only one, because trust me, if I was ancient and y'all weren't, we wouldn't be in the same space. So if my higher self is ancient, then so is yours. If my higher self is so evolved, then so is yours. Trust me, it doesn't work that way here. Like, you can't be in the same frequency. We wouldn't be attracted to each other. It works that way, right? So we're all evolved. We're all ancient. We're all huge beings, right? And we need to remember that. We need to discover who we are. We need to, like, and I'm not talking about the heady discover, like, I know that I am, right? In your head, I want you to know it in your being. There is how do I say this? Yeah, they're not letting me say all of this. Okay. There are several reasons we need to remember. I'm trying to say it. They're like, nope. Okay, so there are several reasons that we need to remember why and who we are. Okay? And that will be opening up soon to us as to why, right? But there are reasons that we need to understand who we are. And like y'all had said, I think somebody had asked like last week about telepathy. Like we can all do it, but we all got to get there, right? And we can all. There are so many other things that we can do. I don't know how. They're just not letting me say much. Okay. Well, just know we're gonna discover this. That's all I can say. I don't know where I'm going with this because they keep saying nope, nope, nope.
They said no.
It's time. It's time for us to. It's time for us to not just remember, and that's the reason that I do hypnosis too, is because I want you to remember. I want you to feel you. I want you to, like David said, he could feel that it was him, but he was put to the side. That was his ego put to the side, right? Like he was there, but it wasn't. It was him, but he here on this earth was not directing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Hello, teacher.
No. Teacher said no.
Teacher said no. Yeah, it's like when you're in hypnosis, you will know who you are. You will feel it. You will know it. You will sense finally who you are. Like I don't know how else to say that. But that's why I do hypnosis too, because like I said, with mediumship, I can tell you what they're telling me. I can tell you and I can translate, and I'm okay with doing both. But when you get to actually see it and feel it and understand it yourself, it just transforms you. It transforms you, right? So I hope that helps, because they wouldn't let me say
it's not the time.
It's not. Just hang on. Just come back. Just let's get this group going so that we can do this. Just have some faith in yourself. Have some faith. Yeah, we need to have some faith in ourselves. So I hope that helps.
Yeah, I liked it.
So let's let somebody else talk for a little while.
No.
Before I move on to the.
here. Blah, 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 blah,
I know.
blah.
I start talking and I'm like, wait a minute. I want everybody to participate.
That's why they're telling you to shush. Let Amy say something.
Yes,
Kat's
Amy.
passed out.
Leave Tat alone. She's chilling.
She started it earlier.
She said she only had a tiny little bit. She's fine. Leave her alone. David's always got to pick on somebody.
Yeah.
It's because I always pick on him, so he's like, oh, my chance to pick on somebody else.
No, I just naturally like to pick on somebody.
He
In
does.
a fun
if he's
way,
picking on
though.
you, that means he likes you.
Yeah, if I pick on you, that means I likes you.
Amy says, totally helps, and I accept that we heard what we needed to hear thus far. Tat says I was peeing again.
Man, both y'all and Cindy are peeing all the time.
I'm telling you, because I made my coffee really strong. Really strong.
I know. Nope.
Because I was like, no, I'm not getting a headache. Tat, really? She put the emojis of water.
Oh, Lord. That's not what that means, Ted.
That's funny.
Nope. Amy's my friend now. She's my best friend now. Amy.
Oh my god.
I'm betrayed. I was betrayed. Amy. Hi, Amy. How are you?
So I think we're gonna come on tomorrow night too. We're trying to like get
yeah.
time to figure out times of when it's a good time for everybody. Well, it's not, obviously not for everybody, but I made a ton of mint tea and drank it all. Oh yeah, well that's good though.
Ooh, mint tea?
Yeah, mint tea's good.
Like a spearmint tea?
Spearmint I would do.
Spearmint. Oh wait, no, I'm not talking about the. No, Amy. Amy.
Look at Amy. She's like, haha.
Okay. Oh yeah, we come on tomorrow 1 p.m. Ooh, I didn't even post. My bad.
Oh, is that when we come on?
Yeah, we come on. Everybody, we come on at 1 p.m. Tamales. Yes. PST.
I didn't even know when we came on.
I just had to check my calendar. I didn't even post. Oops.
Oh, Lorna just.
I do that meow. Lorna, where are you?
Oh no, she's at a. She emailed me and said that she wasn't going to be able to join tonight because she's doing something. She's at another function, a car show thing.
Ooh.
And I was telling her take some pictures and send me the cars.
Oh yeah, Cindy's a car girl.
I was telling her, I was like, I know people don't know that about me, but
Cindy's a car
this
girl.
is gonna sound so bad. It's gonna sound really bad, so I probably should
Do it.
Well, I'm gonna say it anyway.
Do it. If anything, we
but-
put it on
Like, I could look at a guy and be like, okay, if you like me. But I look at a car and I'm like, ooh, will you be my boyfriend? Funny.
That's how I
It's
look
funny.
at food.
Yeah, I look at a car and I'm like, oh, will you be my boyfriend, please? I know that's something a lot of people don't know about me, but
Mhm.
I would
When
definitely
saw-
prefer a car.
See, I'm not a car person, and I remember
I
one time
am a car.
we saw a picture of a car, and Cindy was going crazy about the car. She was like, "Oh, look, and it has this," and boop, 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 boop. And I'm like, "Huh?"
It was
Who?
like, wait, you're a girl. You're not supposed to know that. Right,
Not even
Kat?
that.
Yeah.
I was just more like, you don't seem like you're into cars.
Mm-hmm.
See, when I saw Cindy, so Cindy gives
It's
me
like it's like
vibes.
a secret indulgent love that I have. I don't
You know how I saw Cindy? I saw Cindy like that. You know, like that.
Hey,
You know that one girl who's just like chilling, reading her books and shit. That's how I see her.
it's Cindy Carlson says that. I think that's a Cindy thing. That's right, Cindy. Right? Say that again, David. What did you say?
I don't remember what I said. I was.
Oh, you thought I was a book person.
Oh yeah.
Well,
was
I
like-
do love books. I love books. Like, I could stay at a library all day long. I could stay at Barnes and Nobles all day long. Like,
See,
I
we
could
had
live
this
there.
huge discussion about Einstein, and she went off the rails talking about my dude over there.
About Einstein. Oh, he's my secret boyfriend too.
Because I was chilling with Cindy, and then she had like this canvas poster painting of Einstein. which is
Y'all
pretty cool.
remember Einstein? He used to be on my lives and stuff.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, so she starts like word vomiting on Einstein, and all of a sudden we see the car thing, and then she starts going. I'm like, oh, what the hell? She just switched from like science to cars like within milliseconds, and I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's my brain though. My brain works fast.
And she was like, oh, and you like that part of the car? And I'm over here like, crickets, like,
Yeah, I'm like, don't you think that's sexy? Like, look at it.
I'm like,
David's like,
I don't know.
He's like, yeah, okay. Hi, David. Nice to hear you guys. I missed you guys. We missed you too. We missed you too. We missed everybody. And I'm so glad that it's time to come back. Like, I'm so glad that I'm doing this again. So, Einstein, her boyfriend, we all know that. That's right, Amy, right?
Mhm.
That's my boyfriend.
Guess who's on door number 1? Einstein. And you're like, huh?
Yeah, he's my boyfriend. Him and Nikolai.
All right, now we're gonna spark a heated debate that will make or break
Right.
friendships. Are you ready?
And
Cindy?
Rudolph, and there's a couple of them.
Huh? Wait, what's
I
going
would
on?
do
too?
naughty things for Bjork. Yes, I was thinking of him too.
Oh boy.
That.
Oh no. Now both of you are gonna get on. Nuh-uh. Mm-mm.
I just love really intelligent men. I guess, yeah.
Okay, Cindy Lou.
Cindy is the dream girlfriend. Aw, does that mean I'm cute? Is that what that means?
Cindy Lou.
Yeah.
Okay, here's a question that's gonna make or break friendships with chat. Okay.
With chat?
Yeah,
Okay.
with chat. Make
Okay.
or break friendships. Okay.
Okay.
All right. What's your favorite car?
Oh. Well, you know I'm a Gemini, so I can't just pick one. But if I had to pick, God, I can't just pick one though.
Okay. At least for today.
I mean,
what would be the car of the day today?
I mean, my muscle car, my favorite one is. I mean, we all got to go with Eleanor, right? Like we all got to go with the Mustang.
What
Like
do
you got to go
Chad?
with you got to go with the older Mustang. You got to go with the 65, 68. You know, the Shelby. Exactly. You got to go with that. Like that's. I'm American. I know it's cliche. But god dang,
She
that
said
car
dang.
is just like, oh my god. I would just marry that car. I would be happily ever after with that car.
She said, "Oh damn."
They need to bring the men of the 20s and 30s. I mean, the enlightened ones at least. Yeah. Right, Amy? Yeah.
Tell me why I just thought of like a
Well, but
handlebar mustache.
we had some really good men. We've had some really. I'm just thinking like. This may be a little controversial,
Oh boy.
but I like Gen X men. I like our generation men.
Ooh, metallic blue.
Yes, metallic blue. I love Gen X men. But it may be because I'm so like I don't know. I like Gen X men.
Because you're Gen
They
X.
yeah, it may be because I'm Gen X. I mean, like they understand me. We get each other. They know how to be very sort of chivalrous, yet not where they're gonna take over, and they sort of know how to be a partner. And I'm not talking about for every one of them because yeah, there's some, you know, just like Gen X girls, there's some butt heads, right? But for the most part, I like that. That's who I like them because they get it. You know, they're like me. They're like, yeah, whatever. You know, and they mean what they say. You know. I don't know. I like Gen X men. I like older men too. I don't know that I like. I mean, I can get along with boomer men, I guess, but mostly Gen X men. I know I get along with millennial men, but millennial men are kind of.
What's in the loo? What's in the loo?
They could be a little bit sneaky. They could be a little bit sneaky, which I don't like. Yeah. Yeah. We have a lot of things in
Are
common.
we gonna have beef in the loo?
I'm not saying all of you. I'm just saying. I mean, I love millennials. I do. My daughter's one, David's one. I mean, I get along with them. I think they're great. There's nothing wrong with millennials. They were needed, you know. I'm glad that we made them brats. I'm glad that we made them whiny. Good. I'm glad. I know that's controversial, but I'm glad we made them whiny. I'm glad we made them because that's where we need to be heading anyway. We don't need to be so tough like Gen X. We don't need to be so disheartened and tapped out. You know, we needed the millennials. I agree. What is significant about the timing of us, the gang, going live again? Why now, Susan? Yeah, I don't know. Were you here when I was talking about that earlier? And they would only let me say so much. I tried.
I don't think so.
You got here right after then.
Basically, right place, right time, and go with the flow.
Yeah, it's time for. Okay, so I can say that it's time for us to not just know in our heads that who we are, because we're talking about hearing my higher self. I don't know if you saw that when, I don't even remember how many years ago that was, when my higher self came through that box Yeah, so my higher self had come through that box and everybody was saying, I remember when we heard her, we heard your higher self, it's not her, but when we heard your higher self, it was so big and authoritative and just, it had a deep voice, basically.
It
That's what
sounded
David
like
was saying.
this.
Yeah, but I was saying all of us are like that. We're all these huge, huge beings, and we've we may like intellectually know that we're bigger beings, and
Cat, we can't be
maybe
friends.
sometimes we get a glimpse that we're bigger beings, and maybe sometimes in our head we know that we can do magic. I'm going to call it magic nowadays. All these powers
Muffle.
that we have that have been resting, they're not awakened yet, they're waking up. But all these powers that we have, all these things that we can do, like we know it intellectually, but it's time to know it inside. It's time to wake that up. And I've been doing my part. I'm not going to say it that way. Um, we were talking about hypnosis and how, like, as a medium, I can translate this stuff to you, but when I put you under, you can actually see it, you can feel it, and you know it. And it's time for people to be waking up. It's time for this group to get back together because we've had enough rest. We've had enough rest, and that was basically all I could say. Like, even now that I'm trying to say it, they're like, no, they're not letting me say it yet. So
But
I'm just saying, have enough faith and come back, and it's time to like get together because it's time to like remember who we are. Not just intellectually remember, not just remember in our head, but know who we are. Amy said, you asked, was that my higher self just now? And your higher self said, yeah, in the deepest days of ours. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we could be friends still, Tat. Just because Tat said that they were more of a dog person, I was like, oh, we can't be friends. Cat team. And that cat was like, I have a cat. So I'm like, maybe, but
You're so Melissa, are you saying that you're an Aqua Gen X? Yeah. When I say this, trust me, I'm not trying to one up you, but I was thinking about this the other day. I'm like, I'm not only Gen X, but I'm an Aqua Ascending, right? But I'm an Indigo. I'm an Indigo. Indigo child, Indigo adult, whatever you want to call it. I'm an Indigo. And that's the other thing is I want Indigos to come to this group because Indigos are loners, and Indigos, it's time for Indigos' help. It really is. I mean, I'm sure there are Indigos in this group now, but I need others. I want Indigos to know that this is a safe, accelerated space. I'm talking to the Indigos now because Indigos will know what I mean when I say it's accelerated, it's evolved. They're going to get it, and we'll keep your boundaries. Like, I know Indigos like to be loners. I know Indigos like to go their own way. They'll be in a group, but they want to really go their own way too. And I want Indigos to like, so if you're an Indigo, if you're seeing this later on replay and you're an Indigo, please join this group because we need your energy. We really do need your energy. We'd like your energy. Let me say that. So yeah, when I think about it, I'm like, gosh, really? I have to be Gen X and Aqua and Indigo? Like, that's really, talk about standing in my own way. You know, I get in my own way a lot. And I have these last couple of years too. Really got in my way. And David's saying in the background.
and I so lovingly remind.
He does.
Lovingly.
But it took David about 9 years to be able to even say to me, to lovingly remind me.
Yeah, lovingly remind you. Well, Cindy.
Yeah. Yeah, I told him that the other day because he said, I know I don't have the right temple of blood. I was like, no, David, I want you to know that you have every right, as my friend, you have every right to do it. Cindy, you started me on a trajectory back in May of 2016, and I haven't stopped learning. Teacher did not abandon 100% indigo. I am the creative section. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for bringing your energy in for all of y'all. I don't want anybody to think just because there's indigos and you're not an indigo and blah blah blah. It has nothing to do with that. You all mean like you all are just as important. Just as important. Everybody is. You came to Earth this time ready to break some old chains. I did. We all did. That's the thing. I mean, can you imagine? What were we thinking? We not only have to get through our crap, but we have to get through our ancestors' crap and their ancestors' crap.
Mm.
Like this is stuff in our DNA. In our DNA. It's not just in it's in our DNA that we're having to rewire, rewrite, redo, undo. Like this is and it's at a time where it's not easy. It's just not easy.
Mm-mm.
Cindy says indigo, not sure. It um
Mm?
so
And then,
I
hold
did
on,
do
hold
a
on,
I did
hold on,
oh,
hold on.
okay, go ahead.
If you read it that way, is your chat on live chat or is it in top chat?
It's on top chat, I'm sorry.
Because I'm like, that is not where it's supposed to be.
Okay, what am I supposed to be seeing? Okay.
Okay. It should say live chat. It's supposed to say Cindy
I
Carson saying yeah, then Amy Wallace saying came to this earth, something
my
about
dogs love
chains.
cats, and then it says Cindy says indigo.
Uh-huh. Then it's Melissa, and then it's
Then it's
Susan,
Melissa. Yeah, and then Cindy says yeah,
and then
because
Amy, and then Cindy and Cindy.
Cindy says not sure, and I know I guess that's eh.
Yeah, I know. I know, eh? Or I know. Wait, eh?
Right, at S. Miller. I've carried so many teacher messages since I started. Melissa
Ooh.
says, so I do Reiki and other things happen in sessions. Yeah, absolutely.
Uh-oh.
And please, Melissa, can you tell us about what happens to like share with us? I want everybody to understand that you all have gifts, you all have you all are important,
Yeah,
and we
share.
need that. We need you to share. We need you to like um trust me, the teacher will come out when the teacher's ready to come out. But we
Mm-hmm.
need to all share. We need to all uh,
If Amy behaves, then no. If
have
Melissa
fellowship.
behaves, then maybe it comes out.
Oh, the Canadian eh.
Oh, hey?
Eh.
Canadian, eh? Ooh, Cindy Lou.
Uh,
I just heard a thump. She has awoken.
yeah, Melissa, I get it. Melissa says, but I haven't been in the right place to do sessions. It's okay. And
Yeah.
please, for any of y'all that have like not done, like she's saying, I haven't done a session, I haven't been in the right space. Don't feel like you're not worthy or you're not doing enough or you're not. Trust me, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. If you weren't doing a session, if you're not in the right space, it's because you're not supposed to be. It's because you were healing some other part of you. It's because there's something on your path that you're needing to get through. Um, don't beat yourself
Mm-hmm.
up. Because again, that's what we've been told. You're not doing enough. You're not being enough. You're not da da da. You haven't like it's it's time to undo all of that. Like I told y'all last week, stop dimming your light. We have been told for so long to dim our light, and now they have got us where we're small, and we're not small. We just need to light up again. We just need to light up again.
Like the
So
lighthouse
light up.
beacon.
Like be too much. Be too much. If it's too much, they'll go away. So what? Who cares?
Like my
Right? Like I need you to shine your light. I need all of you to shine brightly. If you're too loud, so what? If you're too quiet, so what? If you're too
mm-hmm.
much, so what? So what? Do it. Do it anyway. And you will. You'll know when it feels right. Trust me. I mean, I had that same thing. I had that same thing. I was so mad when COVID hit. I was so mad. I was so mad at the world, at society. I was so mad. And I'm like, how am I going to help if I don't even like people right now? Like, how is that going to happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some people do that to dim your light. Exactly. Amy says, I'm sorry, Melissa said, sure, I've passed on loved ones come through and show me things I also do automatically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
automatic writing from their spirit team. That's awesome, Melissa. That's awesome. But don't feel any less because you haven't done any sessions. You're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, you do it when it comes out naturally. It's fine.
Yeah. And I have every confidence and belief because they're showing me this again. We're all old, ancient beings. And yeah, the Reiki is just one modality that and you are gifted. We're all gifted. Call it gift, call it talent, call it whatever you
What you
want,
doing?
but we all have that. Like, I
Can
think
I
I
help
was
you?
helping some people. I can't remember who it was that I was helping who wanted mediumship qualities, right? Or wanted mediumship, but their understanding of mediumship was that it came from the outside. So they were doing mediumship sort of, but they didn't realize it because they were expecting sort of the, and this is not to what I'm about to say, please don't take it as me putting down anybody's talent or the way that they do things. But somebody like what is her name? She's really big on affirmations and she goes into channeling and
Ah,
what
the
is her
name's
name?
irrelevant. I don't know. The name's irrelevant. Just what is it?
Anyway, she gets into the space and then a being comes out and then talks to everybody, right? And so that when you hear it that way or when you know that type of channeler, you're thinking that the being is separate from you. And I've always told you that's not my understanding. My beings are with me. It's not separate. It's just me. It's me, but it's me and bigger me and other me's. I don't know if that makes any sense. So when I was helping somebody understand, it's not a oh, I have to bow my head and really get in that space and then another voice will come through and then, and I'm not saying that that's wrong to do that. I'm saying that for some people, if you're evolved and you understand that it is you and you are that being and there is no separation, they're probably you're not going to feel like, oh, I need to like go and put myself into some sort of space so that this other being can come in and then talk through me. Does that make sense? It's who you are.
The hell happened to my music? I just
I
realized this.
think our gifts will all look different. Yes, I expect it looks like the movies. That's my one piece of encouragement and advice. It comes to you. Yes, it
Oh,
actually, yes.
place
And
to love.
some people, your clair is to feel more than to see, but it doesn't mean that you can't see eventually. It just means that yes, Esther Hicks, thank you. Yeah, and I'm not downplaying what she does, and I'm not saying that she does it wrong because nobody does it wrong. I'm just saying that when people come to me, then I know that they should be taught my way, right? Because otherwise they wouldn't resonate with me. And that tells me that they are evolved enough to understand that it's not a separate being. It's the same. It's a being. It's just a bigger you. It's the same. I told you other mediums have seen me and have said to me, I can see that there are three of you, but you're all like, it's like the Matrix when he turns. It's all like, how when he turns and it sort of does that, help me out, David, where it does that.
It's like a parallel, or like a holographic effect where it kind of like shines different.
Where it kind of shines and it's off, but it's the same, right? That's how other mediums have said they've seen
like looking
me.
through a prism.
Yes, they say
Like
I can see you and I can see the other three, and I'm like, yes, because we're all one, which we all are all one, right? But again, that's not to downplay anybody else. Like auras, yes, like an aura, because the way that Esther Hicks does hers, that's just the way that she knows. That's her understanding. That's her. That's her involvement, right? Mine is different, but I know that the people that resonate with me, that's where they're at. They're old, ancient, old beings. And I've told you guys this before, a lot of you have not been here before. A lot of you, this is your first or second incarnation into being human. And some of you, it's your first. A lot of you, it's your first.
It's cold. Oh. I need my blanket.
I know. I'm getting cold too. We had a. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about what's coming.
Huh?
Through astrology, I'm going to talk a little about what's coming because obviously they won't let me tell y'all everything yet. But we have some really big movements coming this year in 2023, and I've talked a little bit about it, and I've kind of alluded. I've talked a lot more about it on my website. If y'all go to my website and go download the calendar, then you'll have it on your calendar if you have an iPhone or what's the other one?
Anything actually. Google,
yeah, anything. So your desktop, your laptop, your anything. It goes on all your devices, and then you'll have my articles or my blogs about my predictions and about aspects that are coming and all of that. And it's free. You can go download that and you'll have it on your calendar so you can just read through what's going on.
And it updates on its own.
I think I have done many lives here, was told I was an oracle in an ancient Greece once upon a time. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
I like Greece.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Some of y'all you think you've been here? Because I've seen this. I've had clients who think they've been here, but then when we put them under, they realize it's not Earth. It's something that looks like Earth, but it's not Earth. Okay, so we have really big aspects coming. So Saturn is going to be moving into Pisces. Okay. And it's going to be moving out of Aquarius. So it's been in Aquarius for a couple years. And I am so tired of Saturn being in Aquarius.
Yeah.
So us Aquarians, we're going to be lightening up. That's the other thing. Aquas, if you see this later and you're an Aquarian, I'm back, which means you need to be back. And I know you don't like to be told what to do, but it's time. So get out of your own way and just come back to the group. Okay? That's all I can say about that. Anyway, I know it's been hard. It's been hard on all of us. But so Saturn is going to be moving into Pisces. And what I can say is, and this is my prediction, because Pisces is completely opposite of Saturn, right? Pisces is all about openness and connection and kind of the bigger picture and flow, like it flows, right? Like flowing energy, manifesting, abundance, all of that. Like it's a flowing, open energy. And Saturn is completely opposite. Saturn's restriction, Saturn's responsibility, Saturn's doing it the hard way. Saturn's like making you accountable. Saturn's structure, where Pisces is not structure, right? And so think about that that energy moving into Pisces. It is a Piscean house, right? But it is Saturn. So Saturn's going to have to like move into Pisces house, be a guest there, and we get the benefit of that, which is so what I was thinking when I was looking at this is I was thinking that, and maybe this is also the time, this may be an answer to when you said why here, why now for us, for the group, is because Saturn is about accountability, and Pisces, so think about Saturn is the structure, Saturn is the organization, and Pisces, think about Pisces being the spiritualist, the spiritual group, the the spiritual community, right? And Saturn's going to come in, and Saturn's going to make you accountable, and Saturn's going to make you responsible, and Saturn's going to make it strict, and Saturn's going to make delays. And so I feel like, this is my prediction when I was looking at it, is I feel like there's going to be some backlash in the spiritual community. Like some people have gone way off the rails, and Saturn's going to bring it back. So, you know, Saturn being it's almost like Saturn, the structure, is taking the spiritual energy, the openness, and saying, let's build something here. Let's make it long lasting. Let's make it solid and worthwhile, where people are really understanding, people are really listening, people are, when the spiritual community talks to people, it's talking to both sides of those people, like not just the energetic part or the spiritual part, but the actual structure of it too. Does that make sense? I think that's what we're going to be dealing with, especially in the first year. But remember, it's a couple of years. So I think there's going to be some backlash in the spiritual community. And I'm going to go ahead and I don't really do many predictions, but I'm going to go ahead and go on record and just say I think that's what's going to happen. But I think also Pisces is going to be talking to Saturn and saying, yes, we don't like to work that way, but we will. But Saturn, you need to have more compassion, you know, and there's a way to do this and feel connected. So I feel like our compassion is going to be worked on. I feel like our connectedness to each other is going to be worked on. I feel like, I feel like them two working together, Saturn and Pisces, is going to really have us. And I feel like that's probably why we're all coming back. It's probably why we're all gathering, because the spiritual community, which is Pisces, right, is being structured now. But it's for us to have the opportunity to be solid, to move in the way that we have always seen it, to move to move society in that way, to move humanity in that way, in something that's kind of structured. It doesn't have to be too rigid, but at least a little bit of structure, and have a lot of compassion, and have long-lasting effects, have long-lasting things that happen for us. Does that make sense? And so I think Saturn's going to be hanging around 9 to 12 degrees. I think it's a lot in 10 degrees in the first year. So I would say that if you have any placements at, like, if your Saturn, wherever Saturn sits in your chart in Pisces at that 10 degrees, that's sort of the area of life that's going to be worked on in this first year. So just know that that's for all of us. Wherever Pisces is at 10 degrees, like for me, you know, Pisces is inverted in my first house, so it's going to be in my first house. So 10 degrees Saturn is going to be in my first house. For somebody else, it could be in your second house, it could be in your third. Just know that wherever that 10 degree falls, that's where Saturn's going to be mostly at for this first year. And Yeah, that's the area of life that's going to be sort of highlighted for you. And that's where you're going to be working on the structure, the community, the compassion. Um, it's not going to be like the harsh, you have so much responsibility because it is Pisces, but it's going to be like learning to flow with all of that, right? Does that make sense? Um, yeah. It's going to give us an opportunity to have, like, faith keeps coming. The word faith keeps coming up for me. Like, having more faith in yourself, having more faith in who you are, having more faith in what you
That's
do,
good.
having more faith in knowing that you may not know all the right choices, but each choice you know, you're going to be confident in that and having more faith in yourself. Yeah, it's in your aqua now, but it's going to be at 10 degrees. It's not there yet. It's going to be for this next year, hanging in um
It's gonna be an
wherever
interesting
10
time.
wherever 10 degrees in Pisces. I'm sorry, did I not make that clear? So wherever you see 10 degrees Pisces in your chart is the area of life that is going to be highlighted this year. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
And this is about you having more faith in yourself this year, because it's going to cause you to rethink, am I doing it right? You may not see that you can do it right, but this is where your faith comes in, because remember, it's Pisces and Saturn talking back and forth. Saturn's energy wants to restrict you, but Pisces wants to let you go, and so you get this sort of back and forth. Am I doing that? Should I do that? Should I not do that? I need y'all to trust yourself. I need you to have faith in yourself. I need you to if you usually see it before you do it, sometimes in this, that may be what you have to work on. And in this year, you may have to have faith in yourself and not see it until you take the action, and then all of a sudden it unfolds for you. Like, that's the kind of thing that's going to be going on for us, okay? The other thing too is that it's going to teach us that we do not have to do this alone. Can we do it alone? Yes, we've already proven that with Aqua. Okay? We already did that for the last 3 years. We've proven we can do it alone. Okay? We don't need to prove that anymore. We need to come together. It's time to come together. We do not have to suffer alone. We do not have to do this alone. We can if we want to, but why would you want to if you don't need to? Right?
That sounds like
You've
too
already
much work.
proven that you can. Right? Just know that these things are here to make you stronger, wiser, more resilient, and resourceful. Okay? And these, most of all, are here to... these are lessons that you're trying to understand and grow from. And again, we talked about this a while ago. Like, it's not just about what you need to understand and grow from. You're here because you're breaking generational things. Like, it's in our DNA to rewire these things. And our generation, our ancestors are like, we have waited for you to be born at this time to do this. Right? And we got your back. We got you. We are here to help you.
Mhm.
Yes, decisions together are much, much more clear. Yeah, that's your chart, though. Saturn 10 degrees in my aqua. That's your chart now. What I'm talking about is if you look at your chart now and you look at Pisces and you look at 10 degrees Pisces, whatever house that is in, that's what's going to be highlighted for you this year. I know it's really confusing because you have your natal chart and then you have the transit chart. And I'm talking about what's transiting. I'm talking about
transit chart.
what's going on now, where the planets are now, where they're going to be going in this next year. And that is Saturn moving into Pisces. And then the next time we'll talk about Pluto, because Saturn's moving into Pisces on the 7th. And then we have Pluto moving into Aquarius and out of Capricorn, and that's a big deal. So both of these are big deals. Our lives are not going to look like just like we had just like we had the big change with in March of 2020 and then April 2020, like we're about to do some big changes again. Okay, we're about to do some big changes again. And last time we all weren't around, right? Like we all kind of became solitude and we did our own thing, and we had enough knowledge and enough faith and enough whatever that we had to prove something for some of us to ourselves that we could do this alone and we don't need anybody and whatever, right? But that's not this energy. This is very different. We've all come together. We're all coming together. And we're not going to do this alone. But it's going to change again. And Pluto changing into Aquarius, and that's for the next 20-something years. So think about Capricorn 20 years ago. Yeah, so about 20, so I think it's 2044 that it finally moves out of Aquarius. So we're moving into a very, very, very different time. Very different time. Pluto moving into Capricorn, we've seen it tore down organizations, governments, structures, the healthcare system, the school system, all of that. It tore down, and it's not done yet. What's going to happen is March 21st or 22nd. I can't remember. March, Pluto is going to be moving into Aquarius, and then it's going to be there until June. I think it's until June, and then it's going to station retrograde, and then it's going to be moving back into Capricorn and finish it up. And whatever is not supposed to be with us in this next phase of our lives, society-wise, humanitarian-wise, and personal, whatever isn't supposed to be there is going to be destroyed. It's going to be done. Because then by 2024 January, we move all the way into Aquarius, and it keeps going. Like we're going to be in Aquarius and it keeps going. But we sort of get this, like, this is what we always do, right? With retrogrades, we're going to move forward. It's almost like the universe and this earth and Mother Earth and all of us are dipping our toe into Aquarian energy, and we can already feel it. Dipping our toe, and it's like, get used to the Aquarian energy because you're about to get out of it. But you got some stuff to finish up in Capricorn, and it's going to go back into Capricorn. We're going to finish it up, and then we're all Aquarius from there. It's still, what happened to Cindy's stuff? It got deleted.
What's Cindy's stuff?
Cindy Carlson, it says, please refrain from posting links.
Oh, yeah, you can't post links in here.
What, did it kick her out? Because you know how it kicks people out. Okay. Cindy, can you tell me if you're still on? Because sometimes it kicks people out.
Oh no, she was timed out for 30 seconds.
David. I'm blaming David.
It's not my fault. It's strict. I tell you, tight shit. But no, it wasn't on purpose though. Oh,
so
I see.
I'll talk a little bit more about Pluto, like tomorrow. We'll talk about Pluto. I just wanted to talk about Saturn and sort of give y'all, because we have these two big energies moving, switching signs, and they're going to be at anaretic degrees, which is powerful degrees.
Other Cindy, just be careful with well, everybody actually. Just be careful with posting periods, because it'll think it's a link. So if you put a period, make sure you put a space.
We're Gen X. We always post periods.
But you put a space after a period.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's why I'm warning.
Put in timeout. Ooh. Ask Tad about that.
Oh yeah, Tad got
Tad was put in timeout so many times last time.
Shit, Tad be a troublemaker.
And just to kind of, I'll talk about Pluto tomorrow, because we're going to be on tomorrow at 1
PST.
Yeah, 1 Pacific Standard Time, so.
Oh yeah, this whole time I never post. Hold on. I use the old man excuse. Oh.
Dad's finally laughing.
Oh, I thought she fell asleep. Okay, let's see. Hold on.
I know.
Ha! I post soon on the Meow. Blah, 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 blah. Haha. Somebody pick a.
I was being oppressed. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Cindy Lou. David, now you have them calling me Cindy Lou.
Oh, only I call her Cindy Lou. Me.
He's
Me, me,
kidding,
me, me,
Kathy.
me.
You can call me Cindy Lou.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's not good.
Cindy said she didn't put a period.
Yaha. Where's my list?
Streamlab is like very strict, so
Yeah, it's because she said it's still going. Period. People have to be much stronger, but the G and the period and then a P. So
yeah.
it thought it
Well, I
was
mean,
a link.
Cindy, I don't know if you're Gen X, but I'm Gen X, and we always put periods after everything. Like you can totally tell when we text you. Just got on here. Yeah, I know you missed a big part of it, but you'll have to watch the replay. I am going to be
What's
on here
tomorrow?
tomorrow. David and I are going to be on here tomorrow at 1. So 1 Pacific Standard Time.
No, what's
So,
tomorrow? The 18th? 18th.
18th, yeah.
1 p.m. PST.
But for you guys that are already, like this is why we're here too. Just know there's going to be some big stuff going on. Some big changes. And do not be afraid. Stay out of your fear. I want you guys to stay out of your fear. Like, you have been through so much. All of you. All of us. And we're still here. And we're doing fine. So, there are beings, there are forces, there are energies, there are whatever you want to call them. There are people that want us to be afraid, and there's nothing to be afraid of. There's nothing to be afraid of. So as soon as you start getting that fear, I want you to remember who you are. And as the time goes on, never mind, they won't let me text. They won't let me say anything. Okay.
You can't say nothing.
I just
Shush.
saw that now, David. Oh, Cindy said I just saw that now, David.
Yeah. Everybody, I'm gonna post on the Instagrams.
Oh, you do have family in town. That's awesome. So
Go ahead,
yeah,
look purty.
David's gonna be posting on Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll try to remember to post on Twitter that I'm gonna be live. But David mostly handles that stuff because I can't.
Yeah, I'm telling everybody on Insta anyways, but I'm basically gonna be handling more her Instagram. I mean, I'll still forward all messages to her, but yeah.
Yeah. And you guys can always just email me through my website if you need to contact me. If you don't want to have a session, if you whatever. You can just contact me through my website. Just to keep it safe for everybody. Yeah, exactly, Amy. Every time I start to, they're like, and then I lose the words. They're like, nope.
It is not the time
No,
or place.
it's not the time. I know, and I'm so excited because I want to just blah, 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 blah. And they're like, nope, not yet.
It is not the time. Thou shalt know when it's time. Okay, I post now.
The other thing too is y'all can look on the community tab here on YouTube because I'll post it on the community tab. In fact, if y'all haven't gone to the community tab and voted, there's like some things going on there too, where I try to update you, I check in, I'm writing stuff on there. So you just go to the community tab on my channel, and it'll take you, and I'll post when I'm going live.
There, I got posted.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I'm glad you saw that. Cindy says, yeah, I saw that, Cindy.
All right. Now I was distracted by putting things. What Kathy saying?
Oh, she was, because she just come in, we were talking about stuff that she'd asked about, and I said, you'll have to watch the replay.
Oh.
And she said, will do, but she has family in town. So. Yeah, and they'll be, like, Lorna will probably be here tomorrow. And,
Lorna.
And maybe Eagle will be here. Tat, let's see, Tat, and Amy, and who else?
Rhiannon was here last time.
Yeah, Rhiannon, that's who it was.
It was Rhiannon and it was,
And if any of y'all want to be moderators as the group gets bigger, y'all are like my core group, so if anybody wants to be moderators, I don't have a problem with you being moderators. Just tell us right now, and then we'll let you. David can add you. I don't want anybody to feel left out. I'll be here. I set an alarm. Okay, good, Tat.
However, I still be watching you like a hawk.
Oh, you know David. He's the Aquarian that has to be in charge. But whatever.
Don't be being sus though. If
He's not gonna be. They're not gonna be sus. I trust them. That's why I'm telling them. If you want to be a moderator, just let us know. So, and then he'll put you on there. Yeah, I know Danny too. I don't know. So we need Danny, Lorna, and Eagle, and then anybody else, because we're gonna need several moderators as the group gets bigger. And you guys know. Well, like I said, y'all are evolved. You're big beings. You know, I trust you. So if you can help out during the lives and want to, if you want to take that responsibility, you don't have to. But if you want to, it would help us. It'll help David out. But you know David, he's got to be like, I'm in charge. Let's just say, yeah, okay.
I mean, just don't be sus. That's all. And we'll get along fine. I mean, Tad's on here. Look how much trouble she gets, and she's still on here. I'm lenient. Just don't be sus. That's all. That's why I said I watch you like hawk.
Right. So for moderators, like David, this is David's perspective about moderators. You get to put people in timeout, and if they're being mean or if they're being, if they're being spammy or whatever. But my position is that it gives, because I'm like, when the group gets bigger, I'm like, I can't see everybody and I can't answer all the questions, and maybe y'all know the answer to the questions, and maybe and then y'all can say this is where her link is to, or here's her link to go to her website so that nobody gets scammed. And here's, or maybe somebody that's brand new just comes in and doesn't understand, about something and has a question, and you guys know the answer. Or if you see somebody that you think that I would want to answer that question, and I can't see it and I keep skipping it. Maybe you can, because I'm trained to look at the blue writing, and when you're a moderator, I see you in blue, and so when I see the blue, I automatically look at what you're saying. So if somebody kept asking a question, and you can say, Cindy, here's the question, or can you answer this for someone, or whatever, just to kind of moderate, to help out. That's my version, is to kind of, as a group, we all work together and help out. But I'll let David tell you what his version is.
All right, team.
And blocking.
All right, so all y'all team now. I'm calling you team. Okay. All right, team. Here's our duties, so to say. So when someone's misbehaving, being sus or being creepy, like last time, a certain popular channel. A certain popular video website was trying to recruit Sydney for entertainment purposes. Which I mean,
You
that's
know.
not. I mean, it's not bad, but I mean, that's the time and place, you know.
That wasn't the group we were going for.
That's not the group we're going for on this right here. You know what I mean? So, your blocks, you put well first you put on timeout. They don't learn a lesson, then you put them on the ban hammer. You go, you know, ban hammer, and that is all. Basically, no spam, no suspicious links, no links of any kind, because anybody will can click on it, and that's bad. So yes, and then put Tat in her place when Tat starts saying bad things. Yeah.
Even Tat's in trouble equals me.
So
Okay.
that's
So
basically
Cindy
it.
wants to, and Susan wants to. So put them on there.
Let me see.
And Kathy,
I almost.
I don't know
dropped
if
my
you
drink.
want to. You're welcome to. Anybody that's here right now, Kathy, because all of y'all I've known for forever. So I have no problem with y'all being moderators.
But again, David be watching like a hawk.
Yeah, David's the boss. Everybody knows David's the boss.
I'll strip that title real quick. Real quick. Okay, hold on. I need to do stuff, back and stuff. Let me see.
He's gonna make you moderator now. He's working on that. So
I'm doing things now. Don't yell at me, Cindy.
I'm not yelling. I haven't even yelled yet.
Isn't she yelling at me, Amy? Amy, come up back. It's okay.
I know. Amy loves you.
Right, Amy? Right? Amy? Cindy, you're making me sound mean. I'm not even mean.
No. I'm usually the mean one.
When the teacher comes out. Oh, boy.
Oh, I know. I mean, I can't help that.
Okay. I'm doing things. Blah, 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 blah. Where am I? There we are. Oh my god, it's cold! Okay. Alrighty, let me see. Who's... Oh, I gotta do the things. What is it? Yes. I totally misspelled that. Oh wow, there's a lot of S. Millers. Hold up.
Can't you just take it from her, like in the chat box?
I think only you could do that, not me.
Uh,
Try tapping her name, or like right clicking.
well,
and tapping.
like when I touch her name, and then those three dots.
Yeah. It should say make moderator.
No, I just have go to channel, pin message, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide, add. Oh, add a managing moderator or add a standard moderator.
Standard.
Standard? Okay. I guess I was the one that was supposed to be able to do that. Sorry, guys. Okay, that's
I could do it in the
Susan's.
back end, but I need channel stuff.
Okay, and then add. You're still not on my channel stuff? I thought we already fixed that.
No, Cindy Lou.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No. I need a. How do I say? Basically, I have to get like the channel URL from what they have. There's a lot of stuff I have to do with it in the back end.
Gotcha.
Versus
Okay.
you who are logged in, you could do it fast.
All right, so
But no, standard, not managing.
I added them.
Let me refresh.
Do I have to do something else because they're not coming up blue yet?
Let me
Okay,
see.
there she is. Susan says I got a wrench. Yes, that means you help out. Okay, Tat should be right back. Cuddles is, Cindy, can you say something or can you type something so that I see that you have the blue, that you're blue?
Let me refresh.
I get to work with that wrench. Okay.
Mhm. That BRB with that sign, that don't look right.
I know.
I
Well,
just saw that. I'm
because we
like, huh?
kind of know what she's gonna do. We don't need
Yeah,
to
but
say it.
others don't know what she's doing with that.
There we go. Okay. So
Okay,
we
yeah,
got
I see
Cindy, we
them on
got
here.
Susan, we got Tat, we got Amy. Who was the other one here? Kathy. Kathy's with her family, so I'm not sure that she heard. But Kathy, if you listen to this later, if you want to be a moderator when we come back on tomorrow, just come over and we'll make you moderator. But I need you to agree to it before I just make you a moderator. So we can always do it
Good.
tomorrow.
Disclaimer, and as you accept moderator, then you accept David's terms and conditions.
They all heard your terms and conditions, David. They're gonna be good, I promise.
Let me have my fun, damn it. Let me have my fun, damn it.
Him and I have actually gotten nicer about this because I don't know if y'all remember us like back in the day. Whew. He has so much patience because I was not nice sometimes. It's not. He has so much patience.
It's not that she wasn't nice. She was nice. Her
Susan said, yes, boss.
her words. She wasn't good at communicating normal words. She's over here throwing out 5-syllable words. I'm like,
Yeah, no,
Cindy
I'm
Lou,
good at communicating.
dumb it down.
It's just my tone needed help. My tone needed help.
There you go. That's the word.
Yeah. Yes, expected.
Okay, team.
Yes.
I expect great things from you. Be yourself and have fun.
Yes, have fun. Have fun, open that energy, hold that space, help people out. People are going to have questions, help them out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did. I don't know what I'd ever do without David. Before I knew David, I don't even remember what I was doing. Like, he has been such a good friend and a blessing.
Just saw a blur before. I don't know anymore. My mind went bing.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Well, do you want to pull some cards, David, for the group?
Oh.
While we end this, because we're going to be on tomorrow.
Okay, everybody.
But do we want to wait till oh, she's back. I was just going to say, do we want to wait for Tat to get back? And she's back. Okay.
Yeah, Tat's roaring for some reason.
Because she feels better because she went potty.
Okay. What
Yeah.
was that? I got distracted.
Uh,
What did I say?
The group card.
Oh, yeah. Okay, everybody. We got some new way to do cards. New ways. So, yes, hello. Okay. Huh? Oh, yeah. So, hey. Why does that name sound familiar?
Zenaida. Is it Zenaida or Zenita?
Why does that sound familiar?
I don't know. Hi, Zenaida. Welcome. Where did
Maybe
Freddie go?
Maybe somebody had an old username. I remember that on like old chats, like on the old lives. that
Oh,
name.
yeah. Del Rio, right? I do
Something
remember
like
that.
something like that.
Hmm.
I mean, it could be a completely different person, but that just reminded me. I was like, wait, that looks familiar at least.
Well, I'm sorry that your thing is at the end, but David's gonna pull. He's gonna talk to you guys about how he's gonna pull the card. So
We're both pulling a card.
welcome, Zenaida.
Both.
I do know that name.
I'm telling you, it's.
As I said it, I was like, no, I've said this name several times.
I think it was more on Periscope, maybe. I can like vaguely remember.
Yeah,
It's a Zen. Yeah. It's
Zenaida.
I remember seeing it on Periscope.
Yeah, that's me, Zenaida. Yes, yes.
See,
When I said it, I was like, no, I've said this name a lot of times.
See, my brain be thunking. I thunks. Yes. What was I?
Well, come back tomorrow. Definitely, we'll be on at 1 Pacific time. But David's gonna pull some cards. But right now, he's gonna tell you all how he's gonna do it.
We're both.
It's so nice to see. It's so nice to have you have your energy here again. I was gonna say see you, but I can't see anybody. Um, but to have your energy here, thanks for
I
joining
mean,
us. I'm glad you found us again. I'm glad you're here.
okay.
Say hi to Cindy and Tat and Kathy and Amy and Susan. Okay, David, I'll let you talk. I'm gonna put myself on mute so that I don't talk over David.
Why are you putting mute? No, don't put yourself on mute.
Well, because you're gonna tell them, right? And then you're gonna pull cards.
We're both gonna do it.
Oh, I'm pulling cards too?
Just let me finish my story.
Oh, okay, sorry.
My story, the way I'm gonna do it. Okay. All right, team. Listen up. I'm just kidding. Okay, no. So we're gonna be doing things a little bit differently now. So they're not gonna be individualistic per se. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna choose between a number. So if, for example, I'm gonna say 1 to 3, yes, or 1 to 2. So think of a number between 1 and 3, or whatever number we say, right? So once you have that number, we're gonna pull a card for those numbers. Make sense to everybody?
They have to wait till you get the response. But I think you should pull cards tonight, and we'll do a double tomorrow. I know. He's waiting for y'all to say yes. You understand? Yep. There you go. Yep. Okay.
Okay, because nobody answered that, but like, oh, no reading then today.
You're funny.
No reading. I changed minds. No. I say no.
Okay.
Okay.
So give us the number.
I'll do 2 today.
Okay.
So pick between 1 and 2. You get to choose 1 or you get to choose 2.
Huh. Okay.
But don't say it in the thing. Just maybe you can say it. That's fine. Cindy Lou, you pick a number. How many times I shuffle?
8.
You're always picking 8.
Because I'm a 7. I'm moving towards 8.
They don't know what that means. Explain why I shuffle 8 times.
Yeah, I was gonna do that. We may do that tomorrow. I'm gonna talk about numerology and hold on a second. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about numerology and your life path number, what's the other number? Your life path number, and your name number, and then your soul urge number. Yeah. So your soul urge number, your life path number, and then your name number. And we'll do that for fun tomorrow. And we'll kind of, I'm pretty sure some of y'all know how to look it up, or some of y'all know how to do it, but we'll do it tomorrow. And then I'll give you the meanings on some of the numbers so that you guys know. Because like this year's number is 7. And so you take your life path number and this year's number and you add those together, and that is the energy that you will be dealing with in this next year, right? But if you're like a life path, like I'm a life path 7, so my meaning is different than somebody with a life path 5 or somebody with a 9 or somebody with a 2 or a 1. So we can talk about that tomorrow.
Okay, are you ready?
Okay.
First of all, this card came flying out.
Yeah, what card was that?
So this is for everybody because this one came flying out. I'm like, okay, y'all need to like loosen up. Y'all got some like tight ass control, like how do like you have
That's
like
funny
this,
because I was getting that too.
you
Yeah.
have like this shield, like it's not even a shield. It's like it's okay. So it's like you have your shields up, your armor up, and you'll have like your weapons drawn out. Imagine like whatever, like a spear. You have like spears out, but everyone has like their spears stuck together. But nobody wants to like move. It's like it's almost like the old like Spartan stuff where it's like nobody can touch me because I'm like in this ball of shields.
Right.
But it's so tight. So
It's
basically,
too
like
conformed. Yeah.
yeah, like it just you know, you gotta
Yeah, that reminds me about what I
loosen
was
up.
saying earlier. Like, remember when I was like, I need y'all to get mad. I need you to get upset. I need you to get pissed off. I really do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like just you like all.
That's why I need that indigo. I need that Gen X. I need that. I'm not talking about me personally. I'm just saying for all of us. I need you to brighten that light. I need you to be too much. I need you to upset some people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like you know, just like try to do things, which I'm pretty sure Cindy could help everyone kind of like get into that mindset. But I want to say like the main theme of like for everybody is just like you gotta learn how to chill. Like not everything's an attack, even though it feels that way. But it's just learn to kind of chill with it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason why, which I'll tell you guys right now. But that's like the main thing for everybody.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is for everybody who now picked number one in their head or whatever out loud. So if you pick number one, the main theme is the best thing you could do right now is everything that's happening to you right now is for you to get back into your passion. Get back into what you love to do, what you love to create. It's not really about, but it's passion for yourself in terms of like, oh, I want to make this because I think this will be good for others. Like, no, this is do something that will be great because you want to do it and it's fun for you to do. Like you love to do it.
Yeah.
And that's why all of you are getting the tower crumbling down and everything's being restructured, because everything that you're doing right now that you're having passions with, it's not what you actually want to do or be with yourself. That's why everything's crumbling around you to begin anew, because that foundation is weak. So that's why that's happening to you right now in this moment. That's why all these situations are happening. It's for you to regain that passion. That's the whole point. It's for you to regain that passion to move forward of what you want to do.
That passion that you want to do, right?
Yeah, not for
that
others,
was put
not
on you,
because-
not the belief system that was put on you, not
it's
the
for you.
Right. Okay.
If you want to do something, I don't know, you want to do, I don't know why I'm saying like pottery or something. Like you want to do pottery or bakery, do it for yourself. If you make money along the way, cool. If not, whatever. Even if it pisses people off, like, oh, what are you doing? Why are you wasting your time? Who gives a shit? Who cares? Do it for you.
Yeah.
That's what you like to do and have fun. So do
Right.
it. So that's for number one. Okay. Now this is for people who picked number two. Everything that you're going through right now, it's about you coming to terms with what it is that you actually want. It's time for you to be selfish.
Yeah.
These situations are being presented to you. So instead of doing how you used to do things before, you prioritize yourself, and then you must become selfish in yourself. That doesn't mean you have to be like extremely vulgar or with something. It's just more of you're being selfish of your goals and your wants. And that's something you have to do to value yourself. Because there's so many options that are going to open up for you. And if you're not being selfish, you're going to not like the option you choose at the time. And then you're going to have to go through this whole ordeal again that you're going through to finally pick
I'm
the
not
choice.
doing that again.
Yeah, to pick the choice that you actually want. It's like the whole point is to make yourself happy, not others. So choose the path that you want to do. If not, you're going to do this all over again until you keep doing it over and over and over until you finally get it. If this is the Pluto card, this is like the biggest Pluto card I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's about you being selfish. Because, trust me, once you become selfish in your goals, so many things will open up, because again, it's about wanting to do what you truly want to do. And yeah, people may look at you as selfish or stingy or not caring or not empathetic, but there's a balance. Everyone's trying to be too empathetic, but yet they're not empathetic or have sympathy for themselves.
That's so true.
So that's why everything's happening right now for those who pick number 2.
Gotcha.
There you go. Those are the 2.
Those are the 2. Yeah, this reminds me of because as he's saying this, I'm like, can I say this? You know how some people that can remember some of their past life, but they don't remember a past life, but they remember that, like, for some reason they're drawn to, say they're drawn to Egypt, or they're drawn to Brazil, or they're drawn to Japan, or they're drawn to that era, or they're drawn to that look, or they're drawn and then they get this feeling like, I don't know why I'm drawn to that. I've just always been drawn to that. So because, like, a lot of you haven't had hypnosis with me, but I'm just wondering, have any of y'all ever been drawn to, like, the 14th century, maybe almost the 15th century? And I'm asking this question for a particular reason, but I don't want to divulge it yet. But are any of y'all drawn to, like, that soldier type, or that era where I'll just let you answer that. Are any of you drawn to that? I'm saying this for a reason. Yeah. They said thank you, David.
Good way.
Sort of waiting for people to answer.
Okay, Susan.
Yeah, like the like the 14th century, or actually it would be the 1400s, but the late 1400s. Yeah, almost into 1500. No, it's the late 1400s.
When was Victorian era?
Oh, that's
like 17,
19.
Right?
Yeah, 19. 17, sorry. 19.
I would say 17, no?
17, sorry. So the reason I'm asking the question is because I love history, not great with dates, though. Yeah, this would be like almost, you would think of it as the, maybe like King Arthur, or like the Vikings. Yes, like that era, sort of.
Oh, Vikings, yeah.
And the reason I'm asking, and I'll go ahead and say, is because I know, and I'm going to put this out on the video where I'm going to let y'all hear when I was put under in one of my lifetimes. And I was I don't know what you would call me. I was,
the Renaissance.
Yeah,
era. There you go.
Yeah, the Renaissance era. But I was sort of, I was like a soldier, a warrior, but like a soldier, a warrior. But I had a group. I was the leader of a group of men. But not just that, we had a whole, like a village that we had high walls, and nobody would mess with our people because of who we were.
I remember this.
Do you remember this lifetime? Yeah, nobody would mess with our people because of who we were. And I myself, like, you can hear it, I mean, I was asked the question, I didn't think I was a good person. People would think I was a good person, but I didn't think I was a good person because of the things that we had to do to make our village safe. And we were basically for hire. And that meant we were this elite group for hire with countries. It wasn't just particular men, it was countries, where England, or France and Norway and Switzerland and all these countries were in and we were for hire. We were for hire, and it was the highest bidder, and I had no problem. I could feel it then too. Like I had no problem having somebody hire us and then somebody else pay more and us. That's how these wars were won. Wars were won, yeah, like mercenaries, and wars were won because of us. If you hired us, we won. You won your war. We were really, really good, and my men, I loved them and would do anything for them, and they loved me and they would do anything for me. And so one of my questions, I can't remember what the question was, but part of the answer was that some of my men are in this lifetime too, and I get to be with them and I get to see them, and some of them will remember and some of them will not, right? Hi Sandy, so happy to see you. So that's why I was asking, are y'all like drawn to, are some of y'all drawn to that? Because it would be fascinating to see if those things come out. And again, we didn't do a lot of good things. I mean, we did what we needed to do because we kept our village safe, because nobody would mess with our village, and we had plenty. We, our spouses and our families always had food and always had whatever was needed, and were always protected and didn't have to go through the things that most of the people had to go through. But for that, we had to do some not so nice things. And that's why I was asking, because when he was telling me, when he was just saying that about the car, that's what brought me to that, was when he was saying that, when he was giving us the reading, I was like, I wonder if they're doing what I was doing, which is we had to be appropriate. We had to be the right way. And do we still have that where we don't even know what our passion is for some of us, because we're so used to society telling us, or our parents telling us, or this is what we thought we wanted, this is what we're told, so this is what I kind of like, so let me kind of do this. Oh, well, I have, this gift, so obviously I should be doing Reiki, or I have this gift, so obviously I should be a medium, or I have this gift, so obviously I should be doing hypnosis, or I have this gift, so obviously I should be doing astrology or tarot, but is that what you really want to do? And for a lot of us, it's not, and I said this a long time ago, whatever we do is not supposed to look like the norm. It's not. If it looks like the norm, we're not doing it correctly. We're not doing it correctly the way we wanted to do it. We're supposed to create something new. And if these past 3.5 years haven't taught you that the old paradigm is gone, that we are moving into a new way. And whatever we're moving into, we have to create it. It is not supposed to look like it was supposed to before. It is not. That's not what we came here to do. We came here to do it differently. We came here to be different. We came here to create different. And so I'm wondering if it's not like a conscious thing. It's a habit because of our other lives, that we are trying to be appropriate, that we don't really know yet, right? Does all that make sense to you guys? I'm going to leave y'all with that and have you think that over. Like, your passion should be your passion. Some of you, what you thought was going to be your passion may not be your passion, because that may be something that you thought you were supposed to do because you had that particular talent, right? That would be amazing to see if anyone had that come through in a hypnosis session with you. Yeah, I know, Amy, that would be amazing. I know that I do get to meet some of them because that's what was said. Yeah, I did get to meet. It would just be amazing to see who it was. The thing that I got from that life is that my men would do anything for me, and I would do anything for them. But so would the village. The village loved us, and we adored them and would do anything to protect them. And because we all incarnate in groups, I'm wondering if some of y'all, that's why I was asking that question. Like, do some of y'all resonate with that era, with that time period? And I don't want to name the exact time because I was told the exact time or year, but I don't want to name it or years, because I don't want to subconsciously put something into your head. I just want to see what you have.
Yeah.
I wasn't notified, but just...
Uh-oh.
Wait. What happened?
Sorry, Sandy. You should be fine.
Oh, no.
I think it's 30 seconds.
Let's see. Where are we? Do we live at Hogwarts? I would love to live at Hogwarts. Mercenaries, yes it would.
Oh,
that would be amazing to see if anyone had. Yeah, okay, so we got that.
It was a period. I think it was a double space.
Oh yeah, Sandy.
I found out what the issue is, everybody. If you're on mobile, be careful of pressing space twice really fast because they'll put a period.
None of this sounds familiar, but could be. Streamlabs is on a warpath, yeah, right?
Yeah, be careful of pressing space
bar. No, I was thinking
bar.
the same thing for a long time. Yeah, no, so Susan, it don't make it fit if it doesn't fit. But Cindy says, yeah, she was thinking the same thing for a long time. Yeah, I would just be interested to see if anybody has that, like, they're drawn to that era, they're drawn to that. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I know Sandy just came. I'm sorry that you're going to miss us, but Sandy will be here tomorrow. All of us, all you guys, I just want to thank you guys for coming in and spending time with us. We're going to go ahead and go, but we'll be on tomorrow at 1 Pacific Standard Time. And if you can join, that would be great. Thank you, Lorna, for coming in right at the end. I did talk about you. So, oh, wait a minute, Lorna, we need to make you, hold on. Oh, no, we did make her. Okay. We did make her a moderator. It wasn't Lorna that I was going to make a moderator. It was Eagle. But she's in Lithuania, so we got to wait till she can join. Her times are way off from ours. So, all right. Good night, everyone. I love you, love you, love you. I'll talk to you guys soon. Say good night, David.
I was saying in chat. Give me a
Thank
chance.
you, Cindy and David. Such a great time tonight with all of you. See you guys tomorrow. Okay, Amy. Love you.
Okay.
Love you, Oodles, Lorna.
Ooh, Alexa. Okay. Bye-bye, everybody.
Good night, Danita. Please join us again.
Oh, wait.
I'm yelling like I'm standing at the door yelling out of the door. Why am I doing that?
We gotta show our lovely screen. Stream is ending.
Oh, yeah. David wants y'all to see the ending part.
Everybody, wait 8 seconds. Okay. All right. Okay, everybody.